Postman? What does that even mean? I'm a millennial, and I don't understand this whole postman thing.
We used to get letters in the post.
I never was able to do that. I guess, I'm from a texting generation.
Is that like Gmail, a postmaster?
My first memory was an Apple Watch, and we literally made them out of apples.
Back in my day, we used to sext on paper.
Just hand somebody a thing. Look, I've drawn a picture of a penis and a vagina.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, pass it down. That's not for you.
Oh,
it's for that girl, you weirdo.
Can I just look at it no longer, please?
Disgusting.
That kid's the grossest kid
Burn
in
this
class.
into my brain.
Mr. Postman. All right, so it's going to be girl group week, huh, Gail?
It's girl group week, and I'm so excited.
It's the Bennington Show. I'm Ron Bennington. There's Gail Bennington.
Hello.
We've all been able to pick our favorite openings, and Gail, you're one of those. You thought it all peaked with the girl groups.
That's my favorite time, and it's a very thin slice. It's a very, very early 60s to late mid 60s, and that's pretty much it.
Got crashed into by the English invasion. But,
they're like, wait a second.
Yeah.
And then they took those sounds that they were doing, and then they rocked them and made them whiter and cooler.
They rocked them, that's for sure. But then they also, you turn around and 2 years after that, everybody had a long hair and a beard, and no one was dancing at all.
They were like, ladies, why don't you step to the side and do some backing vocals for us? Take that sound.
But you know that there were like shows where like maybe the Ronettes opened for Cream.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, what is going on here? Now, did you just get a thing at the same time as me, Chris?
No, I didn't. I thought it was mine.
Well, last night I was seeing a movie in the theater, and it was during the flash flood in this area, and all these screaming things went off and the phones all over, and it just felt like you were in a sci-fi movie.
I was in a bar at the time, and everyone was like, dear God, what's happening? Everyone's phone was it's flooding right now.
By the way, Gail will open up most conversations with, I was in a bar at the time.
Yes.
90% of his stories start that way.
That's where you can find me.
Busted flat in Baton Rouge.
Flash floods and Amber Alerts. That's what they always, it's the mass text.
I had an Amber Alert go off at 3 o'clock in the morning that scared the hell out of me one night. I'm just like, I can't live like this. Phone, you're going in the other room. There's still the possibility that I have to wake up in the middle of the night and worry about a snatched kid.
I know. And those silver alerts.
Unlike Chris Stanley, who wakes up in the middle of the night thinking about a kid snatch. You know something, ladies and gentlemen?
Disgusting.
Yeah, disgusting is right.
You're disgusting. That's what we're saying.
Then why is JoJo laughing? If it's not true, why is JoJo laughing?
He was thinking of something else at the time.
No, I was thinking about that.
Oh, you're the creep.
See, that's true. That's true. This is maybe my favorite story that I saw last night. So basically the headline is Mila Kunich's stalker escapes from a mental health facility.
No!
Oh,
they said that as he was leaving, there was just like this crack of lightning and rain was coming down.
This is not real.
2 guards were laying next to the thing. Here's what I would say to Mila Kunis. The cops and your security team are going to tell you that you're safe. The reality is that you're going to have to end up killing this guy in a really weird way.
Yep.
He's going to break into her panic room that she'll be locked inside of.
I think that he's going to come up on her in like a little nightie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a punked episode because her husband's going to turn around and he's going to be wearing a little nightie. And then he'll hit him with an axe.
This is a great plan.
Yeah.
I'm especially nervous for when she gets out of the shower. She looks at herself in the mirror, closes the medicine cabinet.
Here's the thing. Even after he's captured, I still don't think she should feel safe because he could have somehow gotten out of the back of the cop car and be there in the house.
I know how squeak wheels work.
Yeah, they're always scary.
He got out of one mental institution, so none of them are going to.
Broken out before?
Yeah, none of them. They're not going to keep them. He's not going to be able to hold this guy. This guy wants Mila Kunis.
He's double jointed. He can fit through a keyhole. Scary prick.
He's been arrested like 6 times or something for stalking her.
Here's Matt's got an interesting question. Oh, by the way, you can always call us here under our old number. And it is an old number instead of a fun name to say. 866-766-0339. Here's Matt, Minneapolis.
Hi, if you're at home watching a sporting event and the national anthem comes on, should you stand and put your hand over your heart or salute, whatever?
I like to, no matter where I am in life, freeze when I hear it. You know what I mean? So if I'm walking down the hall, I stop the second I hear it. I don't think you should be able to move once you hear the national anthem.
This is so weird. I just experienced this for the first time this weekend. I didn't know this was a thing. I went to a Mets game and I was getting a beer, and as I approached,
again.
There's a lot of drinking this weekend.
That's not good.
As I approached the woman to get the beer, she's like, "Excuse me, I can't serve you during the national anthem." And I didn't realize that was a thing. So then I had to awkwardly stand and put my hand on my heart. And she just looked at me like, "You'll wait for this."
Alcoholic shakes going through your body.
I was still clutching my money. Can't wait to pay for this.
I'm really embarrassed what a bad citizen you are.
I did comply. I just didn't know that's
what you had to be told. Like those people that are told to take their hats off. Now, by the way, a woman can wear their hat, so feel good about that.
Exactly.
You're lucky.
Congratulations, ladies.
We use it to cover our shameful hair. Well, where we get our magic powers.
Yeah, I mean the reason that women were required to wear hats in churches is because the Lord doesn't want to look down and see a bunch of whoreheads. You can almost trick him into thinking that maybe you're a guy.
Mm-hmm. Cover it up, even with just a little doily sometimes.
Wrap that rascal. This is Charlie in New Jersey. Hey, Charlie.
Ronnie B., first of all, who gets a beer before the national anthem?
I know. I'm really concerned with these stories. Jesus. You know, there's a gene in this family. Pay attention to it.
Okay, CBS Sunday Morning, Jerry Seinfeld. Jerry says he's not an asshole because he still does stand-up. Jerry was an asshole in the 70s, the 80s, 90s. This doesn't make you less of an a-hole.
See, I just think this is an opinion. We should put that out there. Yes. It's just an opinion.
One that maybe we don't share.
So he said he's not an asshole because he does stand up. Because all the guys we know who do stand up are not assholes.
They're so nice.
Good people.
Speaking of which, Voss and Bonnie on the Bourdain show last night, killing it.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
I was so surprised to see them.
Yeah, it's up on the iBang. If you haven't seen it yet, you can go over there and click onto it. But the funny thing, well, all of it is funny because those guys are hilarious. But when they were performing in Atlantic City, it was the oldest audience I've ever seen in my life. Is that just Atlantic City now? Is it just the elderly there?
I think so, because they lost a lot of casinos, too, down there. So now it's down to just a couple.
Yeah. So why would that make the people older?
Cheap. They get the nice cheap rates.
Because they bust them in from Philly for the quarter slots.
And yeah, they love the slots. They love a buffet. It's kind of their thing.
Yeah. I found it to be just the funniest part of that. But I will agree with Bourdain that there's some good food in Jersey. I would also say that you're in pretty good shape if you go from Connecticut down to the Philadelphia area. That whole long corridor is filled with good food.
You're going to eat well.
Yeah.
Those are people who know how to eat.
Get below that, just order crabs. No matter what you do, once you get below Philadelphia, you got any crabs. By the way, bushels of crabs last year were just like, it was like buying fucking Coke during a drought.
Yeah,
They're like $140, $160 a bushel.
That's really weird how that happens. Like, it's been like 3 years since I've had a good lime that didn't cost like $5 for one single lime.
Yeah, there's been a lime shortage for a long time now.
It's that drought.
Oh, yeah, the drought's just fucking terrible.
And the Mexican farms,
hey, come on, racist.
Limes come from Mexico.
There's all different kinds of farms. Just doesn't matter.
I'm talking about the farms in Mexico.
Oh. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, okay.
But what about it? They're lazy?
No, because of the cartels and all the crazy shit going down there.
Oh, it did go there.
You know, what's your background?
I am Irish-American.
Oh, great. Well, then go blow up a fucking school bus, all right? Because that's what you people did.
No, thank you.
or Harold's. I can't stand when the mix start being racist like that.
I
Drives
know.
me nuts.
I'm not being racist. I'm throwing out some facts.
That's you.
And we're drinking and shitting and fucking and pissing and drinking. That's fucking hideous to me.
We're proud people.
Are you?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to ask you to do this, okay? Since you're Irish,
Yeah.
name 3 cities in Ireland. And you have 5 seconds.
Dublin, Cork, Belfast.
Belfast is Northern Ireland, you fuck.
That shouldn't count.
And isn't Cork a county? Is it also a town?
I think. Not sure. I
Because
just
I always hear them say County Cork.
Yeah, that's it. So I got one.
Rob, in South Dakota.
Hey, Ronnie. Little League baseball game this weekend. They played the national anthem, no flag. Should I stand?
Yeah, but you should turn around and face the nearest flag.
Mm-hmm.
So just think of a last place you saw a flag and face in that direction.
Stand in that
Or
direction.
if someone has an American flag shirt on.
Why would they play the national anthem and they don't have a flag?
I guess they forgot the flag.
They need a flag ceremony there.
They had a pole out there, no flag.
That's
It's ridiculous.
Did you just stand and look at the bell?
Yep, all
I'm
the
not
keys
gonna
with their
salute
hands
a
on their
pole.
heart, including the pole.
Look, if I was in Poland, yes, that would make perfect sense. I would yell, it's just as good. That's what I would yell out. Yeah. All right, then I would just start eating hot dogs as fast as I could. We don't have a flag.
This doesn't count.
There's no point to this.
And I'd say you can serve me if there's no flag. It doesn't count.
I really need it bad.
Can I get 2? That's the most you'll sell anyone at the stadium.
This booze hound better put her booze down.
Here's $45. Thanks.
You know, let me know about this. So I was at a ball game. I was at a Yankees game. You were at the Mets, though, right?
Yeah.
I was at a Yankees game, and the national anthem was playing, and I was tying off,
Right.
trying to find a fucking vein.
Sure.
And the people behind me asked me to stop.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think I can be fucking high and enjoy the national anthem. That was my response.
I think I can.
I felt like I put them right in their fucking place.
I love any time you're at a sporting event and someone will start to yell at someone to stop talking or to take off their hat during the national anthem. And now they're screaming over the national anthem. Take off your hat.
Enforcers.
That's worse probably
Well,
than the hat offense.
Back at my school, it was the same fucking thing. So it would be like some kind of assembly shit. They would play the national anthem. The black kids wouldn't stand up, while the white kids frothed at the fucking mouth, screaming like all kinds of shit. And I'd be like, when did we become so patriotic over what,
Right.
you know? And then I would just say stuff like, you should stand up for our country. And by ours, I mean over here.
Respect us.
Stand up for the country that enslaved your ancestors.
I don't know why you have a problem with that.
Is it the slave thing again? Because we can't turn back time.
Just drop it already.
Give it a rest. I can't fix any of the problems. I try to. Rand Paul knocked out the Homeland Security thing, and your grandparents were furious about it.
They're not
yesterday.
well.
No. It kept us safe. I wish I could just get them to call in the Ant Show because they would love it.
Wow, that would be actually a great phoner. For
Yeah,
them.
it would be. The Ant was on HuffPost Live the other day, and he killed on it. Just slayed talking about the weird free speech issues that we have now because everyone, you're only protected with the First Amendment from like the government knocking you out.
Right.
But any fucking group can knock any entertainer off of anything.
Right. We didn't think ahead that government would mean so much less than corporation in the future.
When he said fat ass, that made me feel bad about my fat ass. So please get rid of him, or we'll never buy anything from any of your sponsors. What?
Why? Why are they?
You can still enjoy a Coke.
Nope.
Do you think Coke spends all their time going, look, we don't even listen to any of these shows. We just want to sell carbonated sugar water to the goddamn rubes. Why do we have to sit around and figure out what everyone's doing?
We're carpet bombing the world with the word Coke.
But what I was hoping for is that he would finally come across and have a debate against Earl.
I know.
And it looks like he's trying to stay away from it. Looks like he's afraid of it.
Really? Did he see the poster? That's what I want to know.
He's ignoring it.
Because that poster would convince anyone.
Well, maybe our listeners are just do-nothings that won't let them know what's going on. I don't know.
Maybe that's what it is.
Speaking of which, here's Janice in Chicago. Hey, Janice.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
And Memorial Day, you know, the Hawks singer who does the national anthem, to me, he's like the best in the league.
Mm-hmm.
But so it's Memorial Day. I'm singing along, and all from the neighbor upstairs pounds on the ceiling. Now, granted, I'm not the best singer in the world.
No,
but
you are the best singer.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
It's the national anthem and Memorial Day. Oh, she's going to love me during football season.
So you sing along with the national anthem at home?
Yeah, when it's my guy, when it's my Hawks guy, because he's just so good.
Well, you got the Stanley Cup now against
I know. Woo-hoo.
Gail's childhood team, the Ning, the Ning or the Bolts. By the way, I went to my niece Seffi, who's a big Lightning fan, and I did a mayor's bet against her.
Okay.
I did the New York cheesecake for the Rangers so she's getting a goddamn cheesecake tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah.
I know my mother and father-in-law live in St. Pete, so now they're like, oh no.
Yeah, they don't know what to do.
I know. They need a little Ray Rayner hat that has one on each side.
That's too weird, though. I say whoever your team was when you were a kid is your team, unless you make a full commitment to the new team. And you can only do that after 10 years of living in that area. Now, I've lived in New York long enough to take the New York teams, and I choose not to.
Jump on the Yankee. Come on, come be a Yankee fan.
I choose not to.
Now, for me, I always loved the Phillies because they did spring training.
Yeah.
And when I was a kid, they didn't have the new team. What is that?
No, the new team, the Rays.
The Rays.
But yeah, I would take you guys to all the goddamn Phil spring training games.
So that always felt like my team. And they were from the fatherland. So
I remember when you were like 3, I remember like you would want to run up and down the steps and I'd go like this, honey, you can't get a beer until after the national anthem. Slow it down. A long day in the sun. Take it sleazy.
I wish you would have warned me about the 7th inning cutoff as well.
Well, they got to do that in some places.
Yeah.
Because of the fighting.
I was in a bar.
Yeah. All right, honey. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Janice in Chicago.
Sweet Janice.
Here's Cooch in Arizona.
Hey, cousins, how you doing?
Hey, my cuz.
Hey, so Chris is wrong again.
How?
It's not the cartels that are...
How can you not believe that?
Why didn't you just say, go on?
No.
So it's not the cartels that are disrupting the flow of limes into the country. There was 2 things that affected it. One was citrus greening disease, which is spread by a pest called the Asian psyllid. That basically pretty much wiped out citrus production in Florida, and now it's a big threat in Arizona and California. And then also last year there was heavy rains that knocked off all of the crop in Mexico. So that's why limes pretty much doubled in price.
Well, you know what I say? Get off the margaritas and you'll be okay for yourself. But
I need them.
You want to apologize now for being a stinking racist?
I'm not a
Stanley?
racist. I'm not a racist. I just got some bad information.
Yeah, that's what racist. That's what racist.
Apologize to the lime farmers of Mexico.
That's how I want it.
Yeah,
that's how I want it.
It's perfect.
Apologize for being a racist.
I'm not a racist.
For some reason, everyone is going crazy over this Melissa McCarthy's first headshot, and the reason is she wasn't exactly sure what headshots were supposed to be. So here's what happened. They basically said to her, oh yeah, when you want to send these out to casting agents, put some characters in. And they meant, show that you're blue collar, show that you're dolled up,
right.
And she just put like a crazy character for herself.
They mean do a little smizing, not be a character.
By the way, she kills it again in this movie. Here's the weird thing about Melissa McCarthy. How can you be better in movies than you are in your TV show?
I have never even watched the TV show, and
it's not watched much.
And that's what I hear. It's not as good, but I think she's incredible.
She's incredible, and I hate to say it. Well, I am going to say it.
Okay. Go ahead.
When she's with Paul Feig.
Mm-hmm.
When she's with Paul Feig, they're like fucking amazing movies.
It's a perfect partnership.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to pull off too, right? To have that kind of director-actor thing.
Yep.
But this new spy thing, I think, comes out on Friday. It's really funny. It's a big summer comedy again.
I can't wait
that
to
she's
see
done.
it.
This is like her third big summer comedy that she's done with Feig, and I guess they're doing Ghostbusters after this.
Yeah,
with the all-girl group.
And you could not get more hype than that already
is. Everybody's going crazy and haven't even started to shoot it yet.
It's really been hyped for like 20 years, and now when they announced that it was actually happening,
well, it's the thing that was hyped for 20 years was bringing back Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray. This, instead of doing that, they said, "Oh, we're bringing back an all-women's cast," and everybody just went, "Yeah,
yeah."
Like instead of reacting poorly, like you would expect it out of America, they're just like, "This is better than ever.
It's happening. They're gonna make it.
I'm a fanboy geek, and I love it. I'm kicking my feet right now.
Slimer's gonna be there, and everything's gonna happen."
I wonder. We don't know if Slime's going to be there.
I hope so.
Because apparently it's not even the same gimmick, Like they don't even know about the other Ghostbusters or something.
Oh, so this is not like Daughters of the Ghostbusters or something.
Wow, that would have been great. Daughters of the Ghostbusters. I think they'd all be a little too old.
Right.
Still living in
Nieces?
Still living the same thing. All their dads died. Yeah. All their dads and moms died. But they're together running this place.
We got this great old hearse, though, he's driving around in.
The American Pharaoh thing comes down 5-6. Heavily favorite. I believe he's going to make it. I believe in my heart he's going to make it.
American Pharaoh killed it at the Preakness.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Killed it.
It was
crushed.
And they said the other thing that's exciting about this, there's no other horses running.
What?
He's going to be running against two dudes from Jamaica, though. Those fuckers are fast as shit.
Really
yeah. And a guy on a bicycle.
I'm still
that could be cool.
Putting my money on American Pharaoh. I'm going to ask Mitchell Walters first, but I'm proud.
I'm trying to get a hold of Schubert right now. It's fucking unbelievable. He's talking to Bobby Slayton. Slayton's got a fucking screaming at Flathead right now. Let me just say this: the shirts didn't show up from Miami, right? I was waiting for those fucking clean press shirts. I ordered fucking 3 white shirts. Everything's in code. It was supposed to come in fucking 4:48 today from FedEx. I saw he was walking with a cane, huh? What happened to him?
Not sure. I didn't.
What do you do? Blow a fucking wheel out?
I'm not sure. I didn't feel it appropriate to ask. What's that?
My guess is somebody he owed money to fucking hit him in the fucking knee with a shovel.
That could be it. It's very possible.
It's the only possibility right now. There is no other possibility. Steve Wozniak did a story on the difference between Steve Jobs and Bill Gates. And he said the difference was Steve Jobs was always working on these big things for the future. He was always thinking about the future. And Bill Gates was thinking, like, how can we help the grocer and an accountant tomorrow?
Right.
He was a little duller, but better at, the business side of this. Now, here's the question. Who's going to be remembered better in history? Stanley, I'm going to go with you.
I'm saying that Bill Gates will be remembered for, because I say he's going to take out polio, or he's working on malaria now at the same time. He's going to
took out polio, by the way, in 1958
We got
or
a
something.
handle on polio.
No, but he's going to eradicate it so that no one on the planet has it. There's still people with polio. He's down to there's a couple hundred cases left in one country.
So that's all we fucking care about? 100 fucking people?
Yeah.
See, here's the deal with Bill Gates. He ain't fucking discovering how to do that.
Right.
He's fucking paying.
He's funding.
He's got that do-re-mi.
It's like you turn around and you started giving some guy who banked the movie credit for making the movie. That doesn't happen that way.
I would agree with that.
I think Steve Jobs is. You can't beat the fact that first of all, both these guys were assholes, but one of them was like a cool asshole, and the other one looked like corporate boy when he was fucking 17.
I think that definitely Steve Jobs will be remembered better because I think, he had a cool factor that Bill Gates doesn't have. Like, look at all of the charitable things that Bill Gates has done, and I still think people are like, he's kind of a jerk.
He's kind of a nerd jerk.
Like, he doesn't get much credit for what he's done.
If I met Bill Gates, I'd go like this. Even for all your money, I can still knock you out right here. You know, I mean, he has that thing of somebody. I think that he got picked on the bus. I don't think Steve Jobs got picked on the bus.
Yeah.
I think people got high with him.
I would agree with that. Also, I think Steve Jobs dying young, you're always remembered more favorably when
you look
that
better,
happens.
right?
Yeah.
That's true. It's the James Dean thing.
Right.
People sit around and talk about James Dean instead of Paul Newman.
Right. They're going to be like, look at this crotchety old Bill Gates. Who cares about him? Steve Jobs was always great and always young.
I'm trying to block out the sun from the earth right now. So we will live in darkness.
I don't see Bill Gates as crotchety. I think his image has gotten better over the years. And
It would have to. Seriously. I mean, he threw money at stuff and it improved his image. But I don't think anybody thinks that he's any fucking cooler than he's ever been.
That's true. And
I'll be glad to get rid of polio, though. I'm going to tell you the truth. That is a plus.
And malaria. I think he's getting close.
He ain't nowhere close to malaria. Fucking take a read.
Yeah, malaria's...
It's a big one.
Yeah. It's tearing up a couple continents, but he's working on it. Who else is working on it?
He's not working on it. He's giving money to it.
He's
a giant fucking difference between working on it. That'd be like me throwing $2 to a homeless guy. I'm working on fucking fixing homelessness. With that two bills.
You don't think he's with the doctors trying to help them and figure
What
out?
can he fucking do? He doesn't have a medical fucking degree. When you do know, come back. That's when we will have the discussion of what he's doing.
Do I think that they parade him through the lab after he's bought all the equipment and everything? Sure. I think they do that. But
He's doing that like Steinbrenner is responsible for the fucking Yankees. He bought the fucking coaches. He bought the players. That's it. He's basically just going like this to Jeter. You need anything? Give me a call. I got a lot of money from the 80s. Here's Dan in Connecticut.
Yeah, I just want to ask Pepper if he thinks the next thing that Bill Gates is going to work on is getting rid of that black plague.
Hey, you know what? Before you go picking on him, you could end up having a non-thinking kid one day. You don't know. It could. The same thing that happened to his parents could happen to you.
Could happen to anyone.
Somebody who's just going to start talking before he gives it a thought.
He's helping the world. Steve Jobs made a touchscreen with a fucking phone. The iPhone will be his legacy.
Oh, this is a personal vendetta because you hate touchscreens.
I don't like touchscreens at all.
He thinks they spread fucking malaria.
And Bill Gates is helping with that.
And I'll tell you something else. You better fucking take a little bit of that bass out of that voice. I don't know who you think you're fucking scaring here, Casper, but it ain't fucking working. Jumping up fucking screaming like that. Jojo, everything's okay. He just had a little moment for himself.
He's been doing this more so lately.
Okay, good to know. That'll come up in the meeting later. You know what? This is a victim-free area that you're in right now.
Okay.
No one is going to hurt you here. Not physically or mentally.
Or sexually.
Sexually, some of that might happen.
All right.
But emotionally.
Let's not take everything off the table.
You know what? To make rape jokes when you're this early into it, I'm not sure if that's the best idea.
Okay.
Here's somebody who feels bad. Pinterest moms. Now, this is the funniest story for me. these mothers say 50% of them feel bad when they go on Pinterest because the other moms have more arts and crafts fucking abilities than them.
They're just comparing their craft skills?
Yes. They're going, look, I looked at the Pinterest. That mother made like fun little apple and peanut butter things, then went and made a diorama out of this, and all the kids have this in their room and they feel fucking awful about it.
They're just trying to keep up. I can't paint mason jars like she can.
I'm a bad mother because I go to the regular supermarket and I buy Mallow cups for my children. Oh, and I let my kids stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning.
I'm sorry you don't buy organic.
Man, your aunt still makes those kids go to bed early during the summer.
What?
The kid was watching wrestling last night. Let's go off to bed. It's 9:30.
Oh my God.
Is he he's not in school anymore?
No, he's on summer vacation.
Yeah.
When you're allowed to stay up forever.
Forever.
Stay up till the sun comes up. Who
Yes.
cares? It's
That's what I always did. That's what summer was. And then fall was trying to readjust to a normal child schedule.
Now, do you ever go into Pinterest or check it out? Because I know that there's people in our family on that shit, right?
I was told to get on Pinterest. I was on it for my aunts.
Yeah.
My mom used it. My grandmother was checking it out. It's just not for me. And it's not because I don't like crafts. I enjoy crafts. I'm a woman. I like crafts.
What do they do on there?
They
'Cause I
have,
don't even understand.
They basically share a lot of crafts, some clothing, jewelry,
but they're not
interior
making
design.
these things. They're just putting pictures up.
Some people put their own, and like the idea is like, let's say if you're talking about a craft, you go on there and you see, and then you're like, oh, I'm going to use that recipe. I'm going to try that little,
Why don't you just tell each other that?
They want to show it. They want to show it.
We're going to lose the ability to read. I see that happening because this Pinterest to me just looks like people have, I'm going to say, copy and pasted fucking pictures, put it up there, and then that could make somebody feel bad seeing a tub of butter.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it could.
Look, it's just a wall of pictures that they just...
That they didn't make or take themselves.
They flag them. They put them on here. It's like, I like this. This looks nice, doesn't it?
By flag,
What?
do you mean pin, which is the term?
That's it.
You
That's
pin
the
it.
term.
It's not flagtrist.
He doesn't have the interest in Pinterest.
I need you to be more Pinterested in this.
I'm losing Pinterest all the time. This looks fucking nuts to me. A bunch of... See if you can find like a celebrities Pinterest. Any celebrity.
I bet Martha's got a fucking killer Pinterest.
Yeah, but she's got people to work her Pinterest for her.
This is top 10 celebrity Pinterest.
Good.
All right, Emma Roberts, the actress.
I don't know who that is.
She just has a lamp. She has hair and makeup.
And why is she top 10? It looks like she was on it as long as Gail.
You cannot get into Pinterest without a password.
This is bullshit.
It's locked down tight.
All right, Jessica Alba has a bunch of stuff. She has a wish list of stuff. She has some swatches of color. She has dream
But see,
house.
here's the thing.
Dream house landscape. She's Jessica Alba. She can afford her dream house.
But here's the deal. She sells things, so these might be out of her actual company.
Now, people will also pin things for you. Like, Chris, I know that you're into this kind of craft, so I'm going to pin this on your page. You should check this out.
I'm just going to show people pinned under a car and say, isn't this awful?
This is sad.
I saw this coming home last night, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Is this snuff?
No, you're the only one who was making that sexual.
Oh, yeah.
He makes everything sexual.
Yeah, it's just one page after another of just products that people like.
And then you can say, like, Halloween ideas for crafts I want to do this Halloween. Pin a bunch of...
While they're doing this, their kids are fucking cutting themselves in the other room and not eating and puking after a fucking... after a piece of toast.
Right, but they're making them spooky ghost cookies.
Oh, yeah, Jesus.
They'll love that.
You know what? Give me a cookie shaped like a cookie, no matter what the fucking holiday is. I'd feel better about it.
Cookie shaped, please.
Yeah, this is the most bizarre thing. And her guest bungalow. Great.
Ooh.
That's good.
Actually, I would like a guest bungalow. So I could go out there when I was tired of everybody playing on Pinterest.
I'm going to get some design ideas. Now, everyone go to bed at 7 p.m. Well, I Pinterest all night long.
Kids, time to get to bed. It's summer.
I did, by the way, over here this morning. I was on the phone with her and overheard her saying, dead seriously, she'd kill me for saying this, but I overheard her saying, excuse me, graham crackers are not gluten-free.
Oh, my God. Then why have them? Why is there a graham cracker? Here's some treats I don't want you children to eat. And what is their gluten problem?
I don't know. They're doing a no gluten thing right now.
Gluten's the greatest ingredient. It's in bread and cookies and beer. It's fantastic.
But here's the thing. We didn't even know what it was 5 years ago. No one ever said, is there a lot of gluten in here? You just ate food. I don't even know if it's real. It's like a made-up thing.
Yeah. Well, we get obsessed with different things. It's like carbs specifically.
Yes,
then
but
it's
now
gluten.
carbs are glutens. They're the same things. We're still going back to that. I think it was South Beach or Miami Beach or
South
some
Beach.
fucking thing.
That was
where
a
you don't
no
eat carbs.
Carb's been rebranded as gluten. Thank you.
Yeah, but then there are
They don't
carbs.
make announcements like that. You can't possibly
We need you on-
rebrand something through a dull announcement.
We need you on brand. Please stop saying carbs.
Jojo, are you okay or are you still nervous? You look scared.
Oh, no, I'm good.
All right.
Yeah.
So he's not going to hurt you. You understand
You know that, right?
Yeah, I know. We've worked through our issues at this point.
I like that you said, I'm a good.
I'm a good.
I'm a good.
Hey, it's me, Jojo from Brooklyn.
Come on. You know I'm a good.
I'm a good. All right, so no Pinterest for us.
No, never.
You know, all these, I'm going to fucking just say this to the mothers out there to make you a little more stress free. Stop thinking about your kids constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Just stop thinking about them all the time.
Just don't worry about it. Let them do their thing.
Yeah, let them sometimes eat a graham cracker.
Sure. Get crazy.
Oh.
Get crazy with it.
And I will also say this. Your kids don't have attention deficit disorder. They are kids. That's what kids do.
Right.
They run around monkey time.
Can any kid pay attention? I would be concerned with a kid who just had
just
an
razor
electric-
focus.
Yeah,
like I can't believe how great this lesson is.
What? What did you just say?
I can't believe it. We're learning about geography.
I'm worried about
This
him.
is great.
What are they giving you?
Someday I'll work in corporate America.
Yeah, I think that stuff gets blown out of proportion. A lot of that stuff you grow out of.
A lot of it you grow out of, but a lot of stuff you need to work a job where you have fucking computers and smartphones
Absolutely,
and people running in and out of things, and you're working 7 different departments. Anyone who doesn't have that, you know, anyone who would, if you came and worked here and you weren't like this, I do one thing at a time. And I do it perfectly. You would probably be fired. You have to run around and lie to people, tell them that you're working on stuff. Shit's happening.
Cover your own ass.
Yeah.
And then thoroughly as well. Like, nobody wants anything done thoroughly. Like, hey, I got you 50 different things here. Take a look at them, and I'll be working on other things.
Just do it fast and stupidly. No, you're not. Any person who comes in and they're measured and I don't know what kind of job you're going to work. You're going to have to, you know, fix watches or something.
Yeah, multitasking is like the main thing
Is the
that they
task.
want to know that you do. It's the thing that everyone lies about when they are asked, like, hey, in a job interview, are you a multitasker?
I'm
Oh,
multitasking right now.
yes. Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Whether you are or not, you have to say that you are.
I got my hand in my pocket. What's that tell you? They do say stuff like that. Are you a multitasker?
Yeah. And you have to lie. You have to say yes. Yes, I am. I am all the things you want me to be.
I don't have a personal life. I guess that's my biggest problem.
Too punctual.
Yeah. What do they say? What's the worst thing about you or something? What is
Yeah, they say, what is your worst quality is something that people think is a normal thing.
Oh, drug addict. That's probably my worst thing.
I have a bunch of felonies. I lied on the application.
Yeah. I will keep drugs hidden here, but I also have knives and guns in case somebody tries to steal my drugs.
I'm a prepper.
I'm never more than 4 feet away from a handgun at any time. I go one in the ceiling.
But if I had to tell the truth, I would just say I'm a really slow learner. You're gonna have to tell me how to do this a good 5 times. Show me how to do it 3 more times, and then remind me because I forgot I had to do it. But other than that, yeah, that's just my worst quality, probably.
Why do they still ask? Because
So
everybody,
stupid.
so everybody always has the same. I guess my biggest fault is I put work above all else,
Right.
And because of that, one of my children died.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, God.
Of starvation.
Should you be telling me this?
Hire this man immediately.
I was so interested in coming back into work. I locked the kid in the trunk. It was a hot day, and he literally hard-boiled in there. And I didn't find out for a month because I was loving my work too much, working double shifts.
Did you go to prison for this, or
no? Buried him out in the sands, in the dunes there. And later I called up the police and said I saw a minority run off with him in the backyard. They believed it, and they ended up shooting 2 kids that were on their way to a movie. So that's how I get things done. And that's what I want to bring to this place.
Later they meet about it like, I like the Dunes guy, the guy who buried his kid in the dunes.
Yeah, the way he thought on his feet, blamed it on minorities, and then sat there without even a single feeling as the cops shot them.
That's the kind of guy you want on your team.
Yeah, I was watching that on TV when the cops surrounded those kids.
I said once in a job interview, I was asked that question, and I said my worst quality was my taste in men.
Oh,
and
my
I
God.
got a laugh, and I did get hired. So
the weirdest thing is that it was true up until recently.
It's improved with age.
Very recently. That doesn't even make sense to add.
No.
Very recently.
Not that very.
You didn't even have to do one here, right, Chris?
No.
You were already in with us.
Yeah.
But did you have to do one for your internship?
Yeah, I did it with Dave and Earl.
So
that not really.
Pressure's off there. There's not, and Chris will always say this to me. He goes, "Yeah, I got to meet some interns later. I got to talk to them, pick out which one." And I'm like, "Do they think it's weird that you're in sweatpants?"
I sit at a desk so they can't see what kind of pants I'm wearing.
There's a very strict dress code here, guys. I expect you to look professional.
Joke's on them.
He wore a shirt in here one day, and we had a meeting with the bosses. And I wish I was making this up, but Stanley's shirt said, "Don't mess with Johnny Thick Dick."
What?
Yeah, that's what his shirt said.
It's a favorite of mine.
Why would you wear that?
I thought it looked cool. It just put up the right vibe.
He doesn't know what he's putting on or what is appropriate at any social thing.
I have a problem with appropriateness.
Who's Johnny Thick Dick?
Don't mess with him. I'm telling you that right now.
Well, that I know I will
He got
not.
it at the dollar store. Doesn't even seem to him. He called it his good, clean shirt.
Only slightly wrinkled.
Paul McCartney, back in the news. I just saw him in that Rock and Roll Hall of Fame thing over the weekend. Did you guys watch that at all?
I didn't
see it.
No.
Joan Jett was fucking amazing. And she looked like 1982 Joan Jett.
She's incredible.
I don't
She
know how
doesn't
she's
age.
Pulling it off.
She's a vampiress, I think.
And then Bill Withers, who has done this show, killed. I mean, everything that he said was just so funny. He's such an interesting dude because he had like no musical training and didn't even do it till his 30s. He was working on airplanes and just kept hearing songs and singing along with songs in his head and just cut a demo tape. And that song was like #1.
That's incredible.
He doesn't have any peers, no one that he knew coming up, nothing. It's just him by himself. It's a very weird story.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It's freakish. It's really freakish. But he's also this really sweet, gentle guy. He was there. Ringo was there. And then Paul. And Paul brought Ringo out with the love and enthusiasm of someone handing out I'd say a punctuality fucking award at work. It just, he seemed like, we knew him, he's playing around. And then one night we played with him and then he stuck. He's Ringo. You know what I mean? Like, there was no, there was nothing to it.
Nothing sentimental, not like a story at all.
There was nothing sentimental. He just doesn't, he's not that kind of guy.
There's a coldness to that man.
Yeah. But he said that he was giving up. But by the way, Paul McCartney also looked fucking amazing.
Oh, yeah?
When I'm sitting there looking, I'm like, it's hard to believe. He's like 70 years old. But the weirdest fucking thing of all, Jerry Lee Lewis was there. Shit. Like rock and roll is getting so much older all the time. Yeah. That it looks like Voss and Bonnie were playing in Atlantic City. The thing about it though is Paul says he's given up smoking marijuana of all these years because he wants to be a good example to his grandchildren, but he says he still drinks wine and margaritas.
What?
Yeah.
Why is that okay? Why pick one?
Because it's Paul saying it. That's why. Because he hasn't thought it out even for a moment. Not even for a second has he considered.
Also, I'll tell you this right now. No kid is going to start smoking weed because their grandfather does. That's not how that shit works.
Yeah, you're right about that. Or else most of us would have started canning. Right.
I think I'm going to start chewing tobacco. I don't know why. I think it's cool.
I think I'm going to yell racist things at a Phillies game.
That's what everyone cool is doing.
You know why they're losing? Yes. You told us. Every game, Grandpa. Back in my day, before... we know. The game had a different complexion. I don't know what happens with Paul. He's just Paul. You have to love him.
Also, by 70, I think you could just go ahead on and enjoy what you enjoy.
Just do whatever.
Yeah.
He was a Beatle. That's the example to say. If he's, smoking weed, whatever. Who cares? You're a Beatle.
All they took from it was the weed. He did some other stuff, but he smoked a lot of weed. Right? That's all I know.
I don't know. They say weed is bad for you kids, but it helped me write 110 top 10 hits. How's that? I don't know. They say it's bad, but we stopped a war on this exact drug. Plus acid. It's so fucking funny, right?
It comes out of nowhere, him saying this. It's like...
No one asked him.
Right.
No one even fucking asked him.
Hey.
He just went up and told someone on the street because he was so fucking stoned. That's what he should have said. He said, look, I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying for years. I've given the nuttiest interviews ever.
I'm burnt out. This fucking weed's too
Sometimes
strong.
I'll write a beautiful song, and the next one is as silly and stupid as could ever possibly be.
It's the weed talking.
Yeah.
It's that reefer.
I hope he still calls it grass.
Mm-hmm.
Why did kids fucking really turn their thing on grass? What is their problem?
I don't know.
With
grass was never a thing when I was young.
But I know, but it's down to the point where people will make fun of anyone who says grass.
Yeah. Yeah, herb or trees is preferred at this point. But
I would
grass
never.
Is the silly, stupid one.
See, I would never. That's what everyone my age would say, but I would never say it because that seemed worse. To hey, I'm going to use this newfangled term seemed way cornier than using an old one. So that's why I always said reefer.
Smoking them trees.
You went back 28 Reefer Madness.
Yeah.
Smart move.
Yeah.
What do you call it, JoJo?
Bud, Buddha, weed.
Now, if you're drinking a bud, what if you're drinking a bud? Doesn't that confuse everyone?
Oh, yeah. Well, we call Bud beer. So typically, it doesn't confuse my friends and I when we're talking.
So it's like Cokes, like sodas.
Yeah.
No, we
sodas,
call it cocaine.
Oh, how cool. How fucking cool you are. I didn't know you don't do cocaine, do you?
Yeah. What?
Is there a drug that you would turn down?
Yeah.
What?
Heroin and meth.
Sounds like somebody's little pussy over there, ain't they?
It's true.
Somebody doesn't want to go off the high dive.
I know, I'm just not
I
there
hate
yet.
when people do that. If you're going to be in, you got to fucking be in all the way.
All right, I'll do it this weekend.
Yeah, but you know
That's
what?
your assignment.
That's your thing. If you OD, that's your fucking business.
Okay.
That has nothing to do with us.
Has nothing at all to do with us.
I would have thought that you call cocaine cocoa like the rest of the millennials.
Oh, really?
What?
Like that song, I'm in love with the cocoa.
The cocoa.
What fucking song is this?
It's the most ridiculous song. I heard it.
Who does it?
Some dude who raps. It's the most on the nose song about cocaine ever written.
Pun intended.
In the nose.
In the
That's the
nose.
most in the
Yeah.
nose.
On the nose and in the nose.
Is it OT Genesis?
Yes, it is. That is the name.
All right, let's take a
OT.
listen.
All right.
All right, let's just stop it for a minute. If you want to be on the nose, dude, you ought to fucking be singing I'm in love with the fucking Manitow. Because I had a fucking baby laxative. I'm just going to say ass. You know what I mean? Because you could step all over those fucking guys. They were still fucking happy with it.
No, it's cut's great.
Cut and the smallest counts. I don't even know why we didn't even make it larger for them. I'm in love with the cocoa.
And then he calls it baking soda. I got baking soda. I got baking soda.
That's what he's telling the cops. And look, your shorts are if they're cutoffs, you've just cut off 6 inches off the bottom.
It's an ankle. He's showing ankle. I never heard that song before.
He's in love with the cocoa.
How many hits has this gotten on you?
125 million.
How are you missing out, man? You're supposed to be my guy on the streets.
I still listen to Rush, Rush with the yayo. That's my fucking tune.
Yayo was always a very popular
That's a great
term.
one. That was always good with the Hispanics.
Yeah.
Love that fucking shit. They're getting fucking stepped on too.
That song is much more upbeat and fun than fucking I'm in love with the cocoa. This is droning.
I don't know. I like this. I like. I'm with 125 other million people who's saying this shit's where it's at right
It's
now.
catchy.
Yeah.
You'll see. Like an hour from now, you're going to be singing it.
You know, there's a John. What's his name? The nice fucking boy that plays guitar.
John Mayer.
Yeah, John Mayer comes out, and he was saying because of Stevie Ray Vaughan getting fucking sober, it's the reason that John Mayer never has had a drink or a drug or a hit off of anything in his life.
Really?
Yeah.
Does he have gluten?
I don't know what he does that way.
Okay.
I'm not fucking familiar with his gluten needs. But there are dudes like that they're just like, I don't even want to try it at all.
Yeah, that's bizarre to me. It seems like the best way to learn the lesson is the hard way.
That sounds like a loser. If I want to be totally honest, that sounds like a loser at life. I'm in love with the cocoa. David in Tennessee.
Hey, Bennington. I've never heard that song before in my life, but I've sing those exact words to that exact same melody. About 7 years of my life in the 80s.
See, here's the thing. You could have been a big fucking hit.
I know.
Yeah.
Dude, 9 digits on YouTube. 125 million.
I'm in love with the cocoa.
It's kind of catchy.
Yeah, it's fucking great. It's the best song ever. Here's Al in Maryland.
Hey, Bennington.
Hey.
Question for you. Are you guys considering a radio war in honor of Lake Fez Watley with one Sam Roberts, who debuts today?
No, we're going to live peacefully side by side with him.
Yeah, I think in the honor of Fez, I think you deserve one little shot at him at least for old times.
Yeah, I don't ever feel the need to pick up for Fez now.
Did Fez have a feud with Sam?
With everybody.
Everyone in the building.
Everyone.
I don't know why I asked that.
Everyone but me.
Yeah, that's
only-
very true.
The only person he should have had a fucking feud with, he didn't.
He never did.
Look, they keep showing, CNN is now showing Tracy Morgan on the Today Show. And first of all, God bless him. And, the feelings of everything that happened to the other people were in their car. But even when Tracy is serious as hell, you still find yourself laughing. There's just something about the way he says words that are funny.
He is a funny communicator. It's not just like when he's saying a joke. It's like he speaks really in a funny way.
He almost has that problem. There was I think it was an Outer Limits, but maybe it was a Twilight Zone, where a comedian like got upset because he was bombing. So he made some kind of deal with the universe that everybody would laugh at him. And then the thing was, they would never not laugh at him. Like, even when he was backstage, people would just see him, or he would be like, say something serious, and they would laugh. And I think he ended up killing himself or some shit. But that's like
not gonna go well.
Tracy Morgan has that. He was just, all I could think of is, oh man, I can't wait till Jay Moore does this bit. You know, it's just the way you think of with Tracy. I'm thinking now, after watching that today, how much he and his lawyer put over Walmart.
Huge, man.
$20 million.
You
it
think so?
has to be $20 million.
Has to be a ton, right?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I mean, I didn't have the price in my mind, but I was like, this is a pretty big number. This is pretty big. For you to go out of your way to say, they did right by my friend's family, they did right by
and
me
we're going to go
my
meet
family.
the head of Walmart.
Yeah.
And get a big giant fucking check. Yeah, I'm thinking it's $20 million.
Good.
Stanley, where are you on that?
I figured before this, they gave him like $5 million or something to that effect.
Right.
But he said, they're going there so he can, the head of Walmart can apologize to him and the lawyer. The lawyer's going to be there too.
Well, first of all, $5 million, particularly since this affects his livelihood. I'm sure he was making millions of dollars a year as it was before. So that $5 million would be, I don't even think, if they were going now, I'm thinking it could be even higher.
Yeah.
Because Walmart has the money. If you're going to get hit by a truck, don't make sure you're not hit by some fucking guy independent driving a fruit truck.
Right.
You know what I mean? Get hit by the biggest corporation in the world.
Yeah, when you put it in terms of affecting his livelihood and how much time he's had to take off of his career already, could be even higher than 20.
Yeah, could be. I'd love to know the number just for myself.
He should just release it.
It's probably part of the deal that he does it.
Right.
Because all those people at Walmart making fucking below minimum wage. You're going, Jesus Christ, hit me with a truck.
I know. People are going to start throwing themselves in front of Walmart trucks.
Yeah, they're going to watch out for that anyway, I bet, right? Fucking slip and fall in front of a truck. Just lay your skull out there.
I want 150,000.
This is one of my favorite stories today. The old Packers coach, Mike Sherman, just took a job as a coach at a high school.
What?
Seriously.
He's going to run those kids into the ground.
Sherman said that he was talking about going to the high school, and that he's like, so we don't have a Pro Bowl quality QB, but the opposing team doesn't have a Pro Bowl quality cornerback. So this thing's all evening out. And we're gonna kill these guys. He
said we're gonna kill these guys.
I but he's talking like, we're gonna do very well.
You're gonna do really well against some fucking gym teacher who's making an extra $4,000 coaching that team.
Those guys must feel terrible if you're a coach in that high school district or whatever it is.
But now think this: if you win, you beat Mike Sherman.
That's huge.
If your fucking team wins, you've got that story for the rest of your life.
Like, what if these kids just stink and there's nothing he could do to help them?
Yeah, or even if they go fucking, I don't know how many games they play, 7. If they go 5-2, there's 2 fucking guys smoking cigars at the end of the year. I probably could be an NFL coach. When you think about it, that fucking asshole, we beat them 31-8. We fucking crushed their balls. And now I'm here, stuck in this shitty high school. I should probably at least be in Jacksonville. At the least.
They need an offensive coordinator, right?
It would be, I just wonder, does he, how many places does he really have the ups for them? You know what I mean? Does he know things about weight training that'll bring the children? And
yeah.
Are the plays going to be just blowing everybody away?
The play calling should be ridiculous. I mean, this guy has nothing but time to watch tape on the high school kids.
I feel like driving up and seeing one of the games.
I'm going to follow this league. I'm sure they'll post the shit online.
You should start betting.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I think you're going to get a lot of points.
Yeah.
On the other side. I would take the over. I'm telling you that right now. I think the over is going to be amazing.
I got to take a look at some scouting reports for these high school kids. That's so funny that Mike Sherman's gone to high school.
I also just feel like if you're one of those kids, like the tremendous pressure of walking in, like, hey, I wasn't even sure if I wanted to play this year. Now it's going to be crazy.
You're no Brett Favre. You know that? Brett Favre makes you look like shit. And he's old. Brett Favre has been coaching too.
Yeah.
And his team just lights it up. I think because he was coaching because his kid was on it. He was Eric in Kentucky.
Hey, Ronnie, I'm thinking probably way more than $20 million for Tracy Morgan, man. I mean, like you said, when you look at the livelihood and the income that he's going to be missing out on, I mean, it's easily 20 in itself. And then you add in all the other things that lawyers would bring up if this thing actually went to any sort of litigation. And, I mean, they'd be going through pain and suffering, hospitals, all this bullshit. I mean, some of these figures that are thrown out in settlements are, I mean, hundreds of millions sometimes. And, I just think
I was going off the fact that they gave the family, the guy who died, $10 million.
Yeah, I wasn't very familiar with that guy's career or anything or what kind of...
Well, he did not have a big career, no.
Right. So I also wanted to say, hey, I'm in love with the Coco song of the summer. I don't care how old it is, we're all getting yacked.
All right, let's play a little more of I'm in love with the Coco. All right, jeez. Why does he got to get racist?
He's allowed to say that.
OT Genesis, come on, stick to the drugs.
Yeah. Why is he allowed? Because he's black?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think I think they should be the first to quit saying it. That's what I would do.
Last. I'm in love with the Coco.
I honestly thought that was about a nice little chocolate drink when I first heard the song.
How long till you have the grandmother recutting the song and making the rap video with the grandma?
She just comes out with these cups. Hey kids, you in love with the Coco?
I got marshmallows.
Then I still hope she drops the N-bomb. Just to keep it going.
Right. Make it authentic.
Here's Jake in Jersey. Or Jersey Jake.
Guys, what's up? Hey, I don't know if you guys seen the Bruce Jenner cover picture was just released to Vanity Fair. You got to check it out. I want to see what you think of it.
All right. Is Annie Leibovitz taking this picture as well?
Yeah. Yep.
It just happened just now? All right, let's take a look.
Yeah, it just came out. I think he looks fucking amazing.
I'm going to just say that there's some photoshopping going on.
Yeah,
he picked the name. I wish you wouldn't have showed us, Chris. We could have sat over here and guessed it.
Oh, my God.
He's going to be Caitlyn.
I
guess he's a 10-year-old woman.
I think he looks like Rene Russo.
Interesting. Rene Russo is a handsome woman.
Yeah.
I'd say he looks more like Janice Dickinson.
Well, that was the first supermodel. Let me get over closer here.
Wow. She looks great. I mean, there might be Photoshop, but...
There's a lot of Photoshop.
I feel like there's got to be Photoshop in the arms and shoulder
Well, they Photoshop
area.
everything. They'll Photoshop every goddamn thing.
Caitlyn's pretty broad in life.
Yeah, Caitlyn, has a gold medal.
Yeah.
Sup, Cat? I'm going to call him her Cat from now.
Yeah.
No, Caitlyn. Have some respect. So Caitlyn's a good name, though. But
sure.
A child's name.
Katie.
Nobody that old would be named Caitlyn. That's one of the newer names.
I would agree with that. He should have went with, Catherine or something more appropriate. Age appropriate.
I would have went, yeah. But she's not being age appropriate. And looks like the tits have already been done, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are breasts.
No, did anybody even know about that before?
No, he kind of avoided. She kind of avoided it. It's just she just said that she had some surgeries.
Enough with this she. You're just hammering
too much.
It now.
Too much she. Right. It's like she.
Caitlyn was saying.
Thank you.
Why are you angry? Just talk in a normal way.
Caitlyn was never upfront with everyone about the breast implants.
Well, what do you mean not upfront?
I remember Diane Sawyer asking Caitlyn about this.
I don't think Caitlyn had figured it out when she was with Diane Sawyer.
Well, I'll tell you right now.
She was very confused that night.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, this is what I wish happened on the Diane Sawyer. You know what I mean? Instead of the last Bruce Jenner, I want to see this the first Caitlyn.
I know. This is the thing.
Now, they say the ex-wife and the Kardashians' daughters have been helping. Especially the new pregnant Kim Kardashian.
Well, I can tell you that Caitlyn is probably using the breast like makeup method that the Jenner girls, the Kardashian girls love so much.
I didn't even know about this.
Yeah, so a lot of times when you see women in their cleavage, like that's painted on to look like
to make it look deeper.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, all the time. Women do it on the red carpet. They do it for in photographs, like shoots like this, where that's painted boobs.
So maybe there aren't any fake boobs there.
If there are, there might be, but that is to make them look larger and rounder. Drag queens have been doing this shit for a long time.
All right, so it's up on the iBang. Call me Caitlyn. The picture of the previous Bruce Jenner. All right, let's give what would you say? How's Caitlyn doing for a woman her age?
Sure.
In 2015, scale of 1 to 10.
For Caitlyn's age, she's an 8.
No, I meant for your age. She's an 8.
Yeah.
And an 8 is a good one.
Yeah, yeah.
To me, if we're just going on this photograph, of course, because we don't know if it is highly photoshopped. On this photograph alone, 10. 10.
And if it's photoshopped?
We're going down a lot. I'd have to see 4. The real deal. I'd have to see what we're really dealing.
4.
What about for you?
Well, I'm going to say this. If Annie Leibovitz is photoshopping, I feel kind of bad about that.
Right.
Because I don't expect that. Yeah, I figure you got to do the best that you can. And by the way, what is the flesh aura around Caitlyn? See it?
Yeah, I think it's she against like some metal.
Yeah, I think she's
in
like
a hands tied
meat locker or something. It looks like she's like in a large refrigerator, a walk-in, if you will.
All right, we're going to shoot this in a giant walk-in freezer. Trust me, you look great.
Caitlyn, listen to me.
Now, also, is that Caitlyn's hair? No,
it can't be.
That's a wig.
Well,
right?
it's probably his or her hair, Caitlyn's hair, with extensions
and highlights.
Yeah. Well, yeah, definitely highlights, but that's probably extensions on the bottom. But that's probably Caitlyn's top head.
Caitlyn Jenner? Mm-hmm. You keep the name Jenner? If you're getting rid of your cock and balls,
sure,
getting rid of your last name should not be a big deal. I'd probably go Caitlyn Starr with 2 R's.
Oh, sexy.
Yeah.
From that headline, I think it's just going to be Caitlyn, just one. She'll be just one word, one name.
You want
just Caitlyn, no Jenner, nothing else.
Just one word, Madonna style. No, I think she will keep the Jenner name. With the accomplishments and all that go with the Jenner name.
I got a better idea. She becomes Caitlyn Kardashian.
Wow.
And she gets a giant ass for herself. And she's on that show now, like, I can't stand what's going on in the other room, or whatever they complain about.
What's Kanye's problem?
Caitlyn's crazy. She thinks that she looks as good as us. She could never be a Kardashian.
Which one are you doing when you do that?
That's Kourtney.
Kourtney's the nice one?
I don't think any of them are particularly nice. She's the one who's had the most kids, and she's the one with the terrible husband.
Well,
which one?
They all have terrible husbands.
Shit, hold on.
I'll just give it away. Everyone can understand. She has the white husband.
Oh,
yes, there you go.
Now I know.
She is the whitest husband of the group.
No one ever brings that up.
Yeah, she's not on brand.
I know, she's off brand.
I hope Caitlyn gets a black boyfriend. That'd be cool.
OJ would be perfect for Caitlyn.
Oh my God, Caitlyn, no.
OJ won't care.
OJ will end up stabbing her. God, if OJ stabbed Caitlyn.
No. I'm so nervous about Caitlyn right now.
First of all, the thing with Bruce Jenner, when he started to transition, it made me like him again. Saw him on that stupid show, didn't like him again.
Mm-hmm.
Now Caitlyn, back to liking him.
Yeah.
But as soon as I hear some of the shitty things Caitlyn says, I'm going to go back to not liking, which is kind of acceptance. You know what I mean? Like, I will be judging Caitlyn as a person who says stupid things.
I have the feeling that Caitlyn's going to make comments about looking better than other women her age.
Constantly.
Caitlyn is a catty lady. I think we all know that's going to happen.
I think Caitlin's going to fat shame people.
I definitely do. We already seen Bruce do it the last time. Remember, he was
he shit all over Diane Sawyer.
We did.
He did. Yes, he did.
Diane Sawyer's thin.
Oh wait, I know what you mean.
He made fun of what she was wearing. Like at the end of the thing, he was like,
that isn't fat shaming.
No. But he was shitting all over her.
Anyone who calls Diane Sawyer fat is really scary thin.
I'm in love with the Caitlyn.
God, I wish she would cut that. By the way, do we see a bulge in Caitlyn or
been
no?
The only thing I've been staring at. And
I'm hoping it's post-op.
I don't know. I mean, you could always tuck. That's what the drag queens do.
The pain of that has to be. Oh, look, I'm comparing it to cutting.
Sure. But, you just tuck the balls up in, pull the shaft back.
What makes you feel like
tape it up?
No!
You tape it up.
Disgusting.
Come on!
That's the way JoJo comes to work.
And you got to do it tight and right. I want to see no meaty tuck out there.
Right.
Come on!
That's a meaty tuck.
Seriously.
Yeah, what the fuck?
That's the most disgusting thing ever.
Meaty tuck.
Oh,
Caitlyn.
RuPaul season
you're getting
finale
a
on
little
7.
fucking turned on. You just say, "Oh, Caitlyn," after nowhere.
Ooh, Caitlyn.
Oh, Caitlyn.
What was it, meaty tuck? They got you fucking wet over there.
Is that a bulge?
You
weirdo. Now, as far as we know, Caitlyn hasn't gotten the surgery yet to, turn inside out, as they say.
No one says that.
No one says
They should start.
Turn it inside out, the industry term.
What time? When are you gonna have it turned inside out?
What? No one calls it that.
That's what it says in this chart. Turn inside out. 7 a.m.
We have you scheduled for a turn inside out.
They don't turn it inside out. They split it down the middle, spread, and tuck.
Fuck. Oh.
Is that what you want to do, Chris?
No.
If you want to, just let everybody know.
I know, I accept you.
If I ever do, I'll let everyone know immediately.
What would be your new lady name?
Maybe like Becky or something.
Becky.
All right, we'll call you Becky.
Another nickname.
Becky Stanley Beddington.
What's up, Bex?
Just add another
Bex, I hear you calling. Why don't you put out a fucking album called Meaty Tuck?
By Bex.
That's a meaty tuck, girl.
Why don't you just go by Friar Tuck, the Meaty Tuck?
Yes. That's
could
your
be
thing. You always have a really meaty tuck.
Oh.
I love Friar Tuck, so this is making a lot of sense.
You do?
Yeah, Friar Tuck was great.
Who has a strong opinion about Friar Tuck?
I never heard a single person say my favorite is Friar Tuck. Out of all the merry men, he fucking ranked last.
Oh, no. Friar Tuck
Look
was
at that
awesome.
shitty fucking haircut.
I thought... I forgot about the haircut. Yeah, he has bangs, but he's bald. How does that fucking happen?
Again, this is why you're the first person.
Your drag character's going to be crazy.
I like his role. I thought the role was pretty cool. And
yeah, sure.
A friar, I think, is a cool title. He's a friar.
Why?
I just like it. I just like how it sounds. Friar
Because it's
Tuck.
frying. It reminds you of frying.
Yeah, fuck that haircut though.
That could be your next haircut, maybe.
No.
It could be a good look on you. It's almost like a reverse poof.
Here's Andy in Oklahoma.
Hey, Bennington, $1 million bucks, everybody. When I was in college, me and my buddies would tuck the cock and balls back behind and then go show the girlfriends from the back and ask them if they wanted a little fruit salad.
What? Where did you go to school?
Southeastern Oklahoma State University.
Oh,
gotcha.
Yeah, enjoy your fruit salad, ladies.
You know I don't like melon, though, right? I don't even know what that means, what I just said, but I'm disgusted at myself.
I'm not sure, but I looked too high and I saw an almond. Why don't we break here and try to regroup? This is Bennington. Welcome back. It's the Bennington Show. On a Monday. Raining in New York, too.
It's pouring.
Is the old man snoring? Check, would you please?
I hope so. I'm worried about him.
Yeah. Sometimes when he does a story, I think he's dead. I don't know. Do kids even learn shit like that anymore?
I don't know. I certainly did. I was into learning all the little rhymes and stuff like that when I was a kid.
Do the children nowadays play Ring Around the Rosie?
I think so.
Yeah, those are classics. I'm sure
I
they're
know, but they don't
ringing.
always, yeah, I mean, now they have iPads. Would you really, if you had an iPad to play with?
Right.
I was watching this thing where they made this cheap computer that's got like this real hard plastic around it for little kids, but it's really cheap, and kids in the third world are getting them. You know, we're sending them to third world kids.
Wow.
People even without electricity. It was really sweet. And it's like little boy, they showed him like doing all these scary, hard chores. And then he's like, I love my computer most in the whole world.
Aww.
It was the sweetest thing. And then a missile hit.
What?
Blew his,
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
Blew his whole village out.
Did he survive?
I wanted to turn on the game, so you know what I mean? I was like, let's go Blackhawks.
I'm sure it was fun.
Do.
Yeah.
We just heard about a possible guest this week that almost made you faint. We won't say who it is, though.
Don't say who it is, but I am still recovering from this news.
I would say this. We forget, because you're newer at doing this, that some of this stuff is exciting.
It's crazy exciting. And when you told me, you guys were like, yep. Pretty cool, right? I'm like, what? Are you kidding me?
Well, all this stuff is burnt on me, and Chris was born without a soul.
Right. But I'm green. I got starry eyes.
Stay gold, pony boy. Stay gold. And your brother's Soda Pop Curtis.
Mm-hmm. Love Soda Pop.
He didn't do much.
No, but he's got the great name. So,
is he dreamy like Soda Pop?
Who do you like better, Soda Pop or 2-Bit?
2-Bit. 2-Bit was the shit. Like, I fucking love Mickey Mouse. I like him. I liked Old Dally.
Love Dally. Old Dallas Winston.
And I forgot what Tom Cruise's name was.
He was. Oh no, he wasn't 2-Bit. I just remember
was
him.
Was he Iceman? No, 2-Bit was the Sheen brother.
Right. Estevez, and he had he loved Mickey Mouse.
That's
for
all
some
he
reason.
loved, and chocolate cake. Mickey Mouse and chocolate cake, and he didn't have to work like the other boys. For some reason, he didn't go to school or work. And I remember, like, fucking Tom Cruise just like drew dirt on himself. Or right. Something. Hey, y'all, look at me. I'm crazy. It was just like easy.
It's like
subtlety matters here. Subtlety matters.
I'm ready for the rumble.
Yeah, because I love being a greaser. It's just easy, man. We're still humans. It's just like running back and forth like a scary spider. Easy, Tom Cruise.
Our thing is we're supposed to be cool.
He was just in his underwear walking backwards like, take those old letters off the shelf.
This doesn't even fit our look. It's supposed to be tough.
Yeah, he thinks he's real tough.
Yeah, that hair's pretty tough.
That was Johnny. Poor little sensitive Johnny.
Sweet Johnny.
Why don't you read me some more of that book, Pony Boy? My back's burnt and broken.
Nature's green as gold.
Oh, God, that's so sad.
I could cry right now.
I know. I hated that Sherry Valance for being such a fucking whore.
What? I love Cherry Valance.
She was running around with that fucking Soch like there was no tomorrow.
She loved it too.
Probably giving up bare teeth. Yeah, we see the sunset from our side of town too.
Beautiful.
Yeah. They were richer because they had nice fucking white jackets to wear.
Clean clothes that their parents who lived were able to wash for them and launder.
I hate those kids. Their parents are alive and care about them. We gotta beat the shit out of them.
That Derry was a little hard though, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Got really rough on his brothers.
Yeah, he was. Well, because he was a dancer, too. That never came up. But...
A dancer's body.
Yeah.
That greaser has a dancer's bod.
He actually went like this before the fight. Posture, everyone! Posture!
Pretty hands, pretty hands.
Now, how many of you guys went to see the Cameron Crowe last night?
I did not see it.
Remember when we all said we were going to see it?
Yes.
Well, I will say I was a little bit more honest than Stanley was.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
thought I was going to see it at the time.
I
very
said
hopped up.
I was pretty much like, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to pull that off. You swore to it.
Yes, I did.
So I just want to point that out.
What's it like to be a lying swear?
I'm not lying at the time.
I'm just writing that text to Don.
What?
Just he did it again.
Oh, no.
It's
don't press
happening
send.
again, Don.
Don't press send.
And Don just texts back, I'm not listening. What are you talking about?
Just leave it at that. Don't even answer him.
I'm talking about Stanley and his fucking
Oh,
lies. Plus, I think he stole some stuff.
I haven't stolen anything.
What'd you steal?
Nothing.
Return it. Return it, no questions asked. Just put it back where it was.
I didn't take anything.
Just write upon it, return to sender. Like
Address unknown.
Like Elvis would.
No such number.
No such zone. As I walked into the hot sunlight out of the movie theater, I shit myself.
No.
I think that's how it starts.
No, it doesn't.
Upon a moment. And with that, Johnny shit himself and died.
No one shit themselves in this book or movie.
His shit plopped down onto the ground and we knew he was gone.
Has there ever been a more accurate movie to book combination? I feel like that movie
just took scenes out of the book.
Yeah, and pretty much followed the exact path of the book.
It's actually the whole thing of a bad movie does that.
Really?
Yeah.
Why was it so good then?
Because you were a child.
Oh, I see.
It is exactly for a child.
Yeah.
They put it as a teen book, but it's a child's book.
It's a child's book. I was not a teen when I read it. I was a kid. But it's rare that you get that with a book.
Outsiders or Rumblefish?
I have a personal connection to Outsiders, so I will say Outsiders, but Rumblefish is the better movie. That's just the
So what you're saying is you like worse movies?
No, I'm just saying I cannot.
No further questions.
Sir, can I have one more question?
Okay, just one more, but I'm not listening.
Okay.
I'm going to put my fingers in. How about you, Sam?
Rumblefish. It's Rumblefish. Tom Waits was a Rumblefish.
Why? Because that seemed like the right answer, and you wanted to be on the right side of the
I haven't
answer.
seen Outsiders in a very long time.
Liar. I just saw you watching it.
I'll
right
tell you
there.
this: no one cries at Rumblefish.
That's okay. People just enjoy Rumblefish.
Here's what keeps it from being a great movie to me: fucking Mickey Rourke's hair.
What?
He has that crazy fucking haircut.
I'm trying to remember
like
his
he's
hair
got a
in it.
Caesar haircut.
Yeah,
it's fucking insane.
Pull this up because I am not remembering his hair. I'm just only remembering beautiful Mickey Rourke.
No, it's a strange haircut.
Oh, it is pretty weird. Okay, that's a weird haircut.
That's one of the better shots of it.
Yeah. Well, it looks a little bit like post-punk there, so that I don't mind too much. But it's a little too weird. It's a weird length. It's not quite here nor there.
Right.
It's like that in-between thing where like I'm trying to grow my hair out. That's a bizarre haircut. You're right. But beautiful Mickey Rourke.
I wish new Mickey Rourke, who I think is more beautiful than that Mickey Rourke.
Really?
I wish he would date Caitlyn.
Oh my God.
Power couple. That's a Hollywood power couple.
That would be incredible. I'd be so jelly of Caitlyn.
You say jelly instead of jealous?
Oh yeah, I was in a rush, so I just wanted to say jelly.
Well, why don't you have a peanut butter and jealous sandwich?
Mm-hmm. When I have time, I will say that.
If someone...
Love a PB and jealous. It's delicious.
All right, let me ask you this then.
Okay.
Could you eat all the bread and like a whole loaf of bread?
Yeah.
An entire jar of peanut butter, an entire jar of jelly, in one sitting? Because it should be able to be done by a grown man.
Do I get beverage?
Beverage?
No.
Beverage. There's no R at the beginning of that word.
We know that.
Did
but
you
do
feel
you?
like you were correcting us or yourself?
Myself. I say that
What
out
is
loud.
the beverage that you work?
Milk. Get some milk.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's possible. How many slices of bread are in a loaf? What, 20?
What do I look like, a mathematician baker?
You eat 10 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
It seems like something you should be able to do.
Seems like
it's doable.
if we don't have a time constraint, like can I take all day if I need it?
No, you need to do it within the course of a show.
No, I'm
A
me
3-hour
personally,
show.
I cannot.
A 3-hour show. And yes, you could have milk, but you have to drink a gallon of it now.
Oh, God.
3 hours?
Or none. That's up to you.
I could get 3 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
By the way, this would be great. We could start a game show called How Much Can You Eat?
Okay.
And it's like name that tune.
Right.
But you just keep going higher and higher.
And you like have to top the person
yeah,
like
you're
I
like
can
the-
do 4.
I can eat 5 crab cakes. I can eat 7 crab cakes. I can eat 8 crab cakes. I can eat 10 crab cakes. I'll eat 11 crab cakes, I guess. I'll eat 14 crab cakes. Eat those crab cakes. That would be the whole show.
Shit.
Fuck, this would be a great show.
It'd be a great show.
And maybe we make them do it while they're on roller coasters.
Oh,
like
yeah.
the whole time
Yeah,
that
that's
you're
gonna
eating,
be
you got to be on
something.
a roller coaster.
Or at least a tilt-a-whirl or something.
Oh yeah, what'll happen every once in a while? A buzzer will go off. It'll just say roller coaster.
It's so hard to keep down these crab cakes.
Or
You said you could do it.
or like sometimes you'll just have to look at like snakes fucking. Like something will come up. You're like, oh shit, I didn't know I was gonna have to look at snakes fucking.
You knew what you signed up for. All right, now keep eating.
Hold on. First of all, it's a game show. No one gets vicious as you
force.
do. Your attitude.
You're sadistic.
Seriously, you sound like you're keeping captives of all time. The way you talk to people.
I didn't realize. I just thought I was like a nice game show host. Screaming.
No.
You know what you
This would be a terrifying show. No one would show up for it.
Oh, but there's big cash prizes. That's what will make them show up. If we were running this game show.
What is the way? I thought of 100% of the ideas. Now suddenly we're all doing it.
We're a team.
Yeah.
You know how it goes. How many McDonald's cheeseburgers could you eat?
Half?
Just like the flat one, not like a Big Mac, just like the one that comes
I
with
never
2.
have ordered anything but a Big Mac, but it always explodes and turns into something else on me by the time I'm at the end of it.
Right.
So that's the problem with that.
That's a tough one because it starts to like not be delicious.
Pretty by the end of it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
because as it cools, I have
Yeah.
to have a guarantee that they're making them as I'm eating them because
Yeah,
I
you
can't. There's nothing worse than cold McDonald's.
I kind of, this is another idea I had the other night though. I want to come up with a bucket that keeps popcorn warm. Because like when you make popcorn, the first 2 or 3 like things, bites, are a million times better than as it starts to cool off. Hot popcorn to keep it warm.
So you're gonna need a warming system here, and then maybe a plastic bowl so it's not hot to the touch.
An insulated bucket.
Yeah. And it can't be just like a hot plate either. Because we have those. Just putting your popcorn on a hot plate.
That's the thing. It's got to keep it warm without cooking it. You can't burn it. A hot plate would just burn it.
We need somebody to do this for us. We don't have the technology here in studio.
I do have a technology. I don't know whether we've mastered it yet, though.
What is it?
Magic. Black magic.
Wow.
Like sacrifice?
No.
It's not all sacrifice.
No, I'm sorry. Sorry, kidnapper. You don't get to do it this time.
I know that's what you were hoping for.
No.
Why do you want to sacrifice everything?
Well, black magic, I just figured always deals with sacrifice.
Never.
No.
Really?
Never.
I figured there's like blood sacrifices.
You know, your own Christian religion used to sacrifice quite a bit. You forgot about that.
While you're pointing fingers.
Yeah. Every time you point a finger, 3 more point back to you.
What does the thumb do?
Thumb is just like not even paying attention.
Points at God. And that's the really offensive part.
You know, when you're pointing a finger at me, you're thumbing God.
And that's just disgusting. And he did not give...
Stanley's thumbing God again.
Don't say that.
Without God's consent.
God's never going to give consent to anything like that. And plus, there's Stanley again, pulling me off my popcorn warmer and my game show that I had.
I know.
How much can you eat? And then some nights we'll go like this. On tonight's, how much can you eat? Fat Kid Edition.
Yes! This is the best!
Yeah. And we make them... Here's what we do. If you want to be on this show...
Yeah.
You get 5 fat kids. Only 3 of them are allowed on the show, but they've got to run 100 yards to see which 3 grab a microphone.
And then a special challenge would be just something like Brussels sprouts or something they don't want to eat.
Oh, that's great. But I was thinking, even on the race, there'll be donuts down on the ground and stuff in case they want to stop and eat one and give up their spot. Why am I talking about this to NBC right now?
This is perfect.
I also got 2 more game shows lined up. How much tequila can you guzzle?
Oh, hell yeah.
And how much blow can you fucking do?
I'm in love with the cocoa.
How much of that sniz?
That's the name of the show. I'm in love with the cocoa.
What do you think? I mean, if we try to put this together, what is the all-time greatest game show?
For me personally, I don't think there's ever been a better game show than Match Game. You've got regular people interacting with celebrities, humor, great song.
I can make that better right now, though.
How?
Match the special needs person. So you have to actually think that way.
It's going to be difficult. Listen to this theme.
I'll tell you this, Stanley's good. This is the 70s and all its glory, too. Because I think there was a match game in the 60s that wasn't so fun and popular.
I remember watching these match games on reruns and just feeling like I missed out on a great time. It just seemed like a lot of fun. A lot of sexy innuendos and things. It's like
a show you could be drunk on, too.
Mm-hmm. Did they smoke on it? I feel like sometimes people would smoke.
Didn't everyone smoke? At some point, any show in the 70s, someone could break out a cigarette.
Yeah, or maybe that was more of a 60s thing, but they certainly had a certain adult content about Match Game that was very appealing to me as a kid.
I remember not being able to see the difference between them and actual stars. I thought they were on the same level.
Right, they were like, these are movie stars, essentially.
I would honestly have thought that they would have hung out with movie stars.
And nothing's better than Richard Dawson on that show. He was great.
Well, they actually spun him off to Family Feud, so he had back-to-back giant shows.
And on that show, he used to make out with every one of the guests.
He was amazing.
From children to grandparents.
And the most uncomfortable thing is he would usually pick one of the young ladies and be like, actually, I'm going to have another one. And kiss her again. And it was so uncomfortable.
And yet it was accepted then.
There was nothing bizarre about what he was doing.
Did you ever see that thing? It was a Canadian kids game show where the guy was an obvious pedophile.
No.
Yeah. We'll have to find it up on YouTube, or if anybody knows about it, give us a call. Hey, Matt. Matt, go ahead, buddy.
Hey, Ronnie, how you doing, man?
Good.
So yeah, I've got an idea for your popcorn dilemma. What you do is you design a popcorn holder, like a bucket, but it's got like a Jiffy Pop thing on the bottom, so it is actually producing fresh popcorn at the rate that you eat it. Okay.
All right, it's interesting. First of all, though, I do hate Jiffy Pop, but you're saying like it's a very slow. You're just dropping kernel after kernel. That's popping it up, hopefully one or two at a time.
Yeah.
As you eat it, you're on to something, Matt. And I'm going to send you into the big ass prize closet.
All right, thanks.
Ow! I love it.
Kevin in New York.
Hey, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Hey, Stanley's right. Back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, there was always somebody smoking. I got some old videos of old dragnets in the 50s, and they're in the courthouse, and they're smoking a cigarette. They just put it out on the floor with their foot. They don't even use an ash.
Yeah, well, we're all familiar with that, but I can't recall anyone smoking during a game show. I'm sitting here and I'm racking my brain if I could remember a contestant coming out asking if anyone had an ashtray. That would be kind of insane to me. But I know like Johnny Carson and those people would smoke.
Right.
But I don't recall anyone else smoking on a game show.
The contestant. They can't even wait.
Well, thanks, Jack. Well, I'm a chiropractor. I got 3 children, 7 from Dino. I'm smoking a Lucky Strike right now. No, I cannot recall that happening in the history of game shows. Were you able to find that guy? I think he was an old hockey player. I got maybe some of these calls have it. My screener's running a little slow. Hi, you're on the Bennington Show. Hey, you're on the Bennington Show.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I'm not sure, but I think the guy you're talking about is actually a British guy. He died last year.
No, not that guy. I know who you're talking about there. That was the guy that was actually arrested for it. This guy never was. He was just very creepy with the kids. I shouldn't even said pedophile.
Right.
But it was just today you wouldn't talk to children this way. All right. Andrew says he knows the game show that he saw someone smoking. Go ahead, Andrew. You're on the air.
Man, it was. I remember Richard Dawson during the part at the end. It was like a little individual contest where they had to match each other's
money.
answers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And anyways, he had his arm around some broad contestant, and I remember he was smoking a dart, and I don't know, I just kind of thought to myself it was weird. I because like none of them ever smoked. He knew they all did, but they never did it on camera. And anyways, I guess Richard couldn't wait and decided to
light up.
Yeah.
A lot of times after drinking and a steak, you do want one.
Right.
Russ.
Hey, buddies, how y'all doing?
Cool.
Excellent. Hey, Charles Nelson Riley used to smoke his pipe on that show.
Oh, yes. Good call. See? But was it lit? Was there smoke coming out of it?
Yeah, because Brett Butler used to complain about it every now and then. And if I'm not mistaken, I do believe that Bert Convy had a cigarette on there.
Yes, I knew I had seen it. That must be what I'm thinking, the pipe.
Here's Steve. Steve, go ahead. Steve, go ahead, buddy.
No, I don't remember actual contestants smoking on the match game, but I do remember the celebrities smoking. And Charles Nelson Riley would...
Yeah, he would have the pipe, and that was a good call. I think he only had the pipe because he thought it made him look smarter.
Mm-hmm. Let me think about that one.
Yeah, and then he would use it as like a little timing thing. I said, poop shoot.
God.
Here's Steve. Well, we lost you, buddy. Here's Mark. Mark, go ahead.
Richard Dawson used to smoke on Match Game when he used to be on.
We're hearing a lot of Richard Dawson.
Yeah.
Brian.
Yeah, wasn't it on Hollywood Squares? Like George Bird used to have a cigar, and there was some other guy used to have a cigarette, but I can't remember his name.
Hollywood Squares was they tried to bring it back with Whoopi like about 15 years ago. But the original one with Peter Marshall, who, those things were funny because not everybody tried to be funny. Not everybody had jokes written for it.
Right.
But the funniest Hollywood Squares that I ever saw was Steve Martin back in when he was still like a stand-up, and he had put a blind up, and when they asked him questions, he said, "I'm not talking yet," and he dropped his blind down. And for some reason, I just found it to be the funniest thing in the history of the planet Earth. I'm like, life will never be this good again. All right, you think you found that guy?
I believe I found it. It's the show was a 1980s Canadian show called Just Like Mom, and the host was Fergie Alver.
Okay, and he used to have the girls and the moms on, right?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
All right, we'll see if we can't watch some of this without.
All right, here he is.
I was almost going to call you Lori. How could I miss? Oh, it's very easy. You're both very pretty, and you have green eyes. Blue. Are they? They're not blue. Now, don't tell me that. Look at me a little closer. They're green.
Oh, my.
I fooled you. I fooled you. Do you talk about getting married and having a family and things like that? No. You don't? What do you do when you're 11 years old?
I'm a child.
Date? Where do you go? What are some things you do?
Oh, God, don't tell them.
Walk home from school with each other. Oh, you walk home from school with each other. Okay, what category? Do you hand out kisses, Jennifer?
Oh,
God. You look like a young lady who likes to give lots of hugs and kisses out, do you? Hey?
Oh.
Hey?
Oh, God.
Not really.
Not really.
Not really. Can I have a hug and a kiss? I can't have one? Even if I say and whisper in your ear that, Allison, you're gonna win the show. I still can't have a hug and a kiss? Well, I guess you can't win the show then. If I don't get a hug and a kiss.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. You hear that? Yeah. You hear that? That's a good answer. Oh, you missed.
Stephanie, which category for you?
Look at this.
Oh, my God.
Are you shy? Can I have
Did you send that to the iBank? So, why is the audience happy for it?
Show. See, you'd get a whole bunch of right answers. And you give out kisses, though, don't you, Stephanie?
No.
Oh, you don't, too? How come? Yeah. Okay, we've got Stephanie and Lorraine here in the big family kiss. I couldn't get that kiss earlier.
So he's grossed out with the mom giving a kiss.
Disgusting. So easy to kiss, it's the kids. Okay, dear.
Just the fear in these people's faces.
I feel so bad for that little girl who's just like, no, I don't give out kisses.
No, I'm happy for her. She stood up. She faced her fear. She faced her monster.
Dirty old man.
This thing was called The Stanley Show.
No, it was not. It's Just Like Mom. Just Like Mom's name of that TV show. It's from the 80s.
Just like Stanley, it's called.
Fergie Alver. Nothing to do with me.
All right, Cam remembers the show. Hey, Cam, what's up?
Yeah, hey, no, I was actually calling to tell you the name of the show. I was on a bit of a delay, but yeah, I remember it. I don't remember him being such a fucking creep, but clearly it's insane. He was also a Blue Jays announcer who everyone just fucking couldn't stand.
Why didn't anyone catch on that this was an odd show? Across the line. What is it about Canada where this was accepted?
I have no idea. I don't remember that stuff at all. Like, I don't know if someone had to dig to find that stuff, but I mean, it was a weird show, but it wasn't, I don't know. That angle I didn't catch when I was 5 years old watching it.
It's one of the cringiest things I've ever seen.
And yet, The guy did it in plain sight.
I know. People in the audience like, yay, force her.
Yeah, make her. We're all cold.
Force her to kiss you.
What's that about?
You won't kiss him? What's that about? Get in the boat.
Get in the boat. Hey, Chris, what were you telling me about Tito's Handmade Vodka?
Oh, yeah. It's Tito's Handmade Vodka is the original craft vodka.
Since when?
Since 1995. Tito Beverage.
Is that his real name?
Yeah, that's his real name. He had the idea of building his own micro distillery, incorporating the boutique winery concept into the spirits industry.
What do you mean by that?
Well, he acquired the first legal permit to distill in Texas and put his life savings into it. He racked up 19 credit cards to build his own copper pot stills and condensers.
Did he end up losing everything?
No, since then he's been awarded a 95 rating by Wine Enthusiast.
95. You know what my rating was?
What's that?
A 4.
Oh. And he also won the unanimous judge's choice double gold medal at the World Spirits Competition.
That's about as high as you can go in this business.
And the Chairman's Trophy.
The what?
The Chairman's Trophy.
I thought it was a Chairman. I got so frightened.
No, this was the Chairman's Trophy.
What is the Chairman doing here?
For world's best vodka tonic and many others.
Why are you so angry?
I'm not angry. I'm happy.
Oh, because the way you're just spending it, you had me scared.
Well, Tito's also has a modest paper label.
What does he have?
A modest paper label.
And a modern paper label.
On a simple bottle. So all you pay for is the exceptional handmade vodka inside.
Oh, that makes sense. You know, the savings.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it, Gail. If you turn around and you're buying the bottle or you're buying the box, what do you get out of that?
Nothing. Now they're passing the savings on to you. You got nothing but quality.
I didn't think of it that way. All we're getting is the quality.
And Tito still makes his vodka by hand on the same land where he started it all, in Austin, Texas.
Why doesn't he move out? I mean, now that he's doing so well.
He loves Texas.
Why wouldn't he want to move to the most beautiful San Fernando Valley?
All Texas, all Austin. Tito's handmade vodka is distilled 6 times from 100% corn and is naturally gluten-free.
I'd like to live near that big mall in Minnesota. What's the name of that mall? What's it called?
Mall of America.
Yeah. If I had a choice.
Why doesn't he do it from there?
Because he likes Austin. He's from Austin. It's Austin made.
But how big are their malls?
Not sure. I've never been to a mall in Austin yet.
Let me tell you something about Tito Beverage.
What's that?
He's a time traveler. He's come here from the future when they figured out vodka.
Wow.
I don't even think that it's fair. I don't think it's fair to the stupid Russians and the stupid Poles and the Czechs who are making their vodka in our times.
Mm-hmm.
Visit us at titosvodka.com for recipes, songs, and more.
I love the songs there.
They're great.
All right, tomorrow I want each of you guys to come back and tell me your favorite Tito Beverage songs.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Done and done.
But when I say I want you to come back, I want you to come back from the future.
It's going to be difficult.
Where Tito lives.
But only Tito has the time machine. 40% alcohol by volume, handcrafted to be savored responsibly.
I'm not sure whether he was going to hit the break or not. He was just sitting there. Oh, it told me that's what happened in the middle.
It's weird limbo.
You know what? Weird Limbo can be your new nickname if you want it.
Do you want that?
No? Okay. See,
All
it's
right.
a weird limbo. I don't know.
Weird Limbo. WL.
How proud would you feel, though, if you were like Tito and you made something of your own invention and then it became popular?
Incredible. It would be amazing.
Yeah. I'd never stop smiling.
Smiling everywhere you go.
Tell you.
Like, what are you so happy about? That vodka I made?
It's huge.
The great success I've had. How proud I am of myself.
There you
All
go.
my accomplishments.
My name's on it. It's me, actually. I'm Tito.
I'm Tito.
Jesus. Wait, Tom wants to help me with my popcorn issue. Go ahead, Tom.
Hey, Ronnie D, I got a great idea. This is the winner right here. We get these little tiny miniature hair dryers that clip onto the outside of the popcorn bucket.
I really do like just hair drying my popcorn before I have it.
Air popped, hair dried.
Holy shit, that's so great. We already got the slug line. The fucking Walmart rubes will eat this up.
We're in the money.
By the way, every item at Walmart just went up $7 because Tracy
Right.
Morgan has to get paid. This milk is a lot of money. That's for Tracy Morgan. But I didn't hit him with my truck.
Where are the deals?
Sam Morril, go and read his article. You can see him shoot his TV special tomorrow night in Boston. It's going to be pretty cool, too. That's his half-hour comedy special.
That's awesome.
That's a strange picture of him, huh? Like, he looks like he's around fake buildings.
Are you in front of a green screen?
He's on a set.
It looks like he should be doing it. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. He's a funny kid, though. I like him a lot. He's everything I wanted JoJo to be.
Is that
and
right?
more. Yeah.
I can be that.
You don't even write funny songs anymore.
Oh, I do. I'm coming out with a new one. Dan and I are.
Dan, and you are?
Yeah, it's going to be the summer hit for 2015.
I already thought the song about you and Dan was the summer hit.
I know, that song was great.
This is going to top that.
All right, remind us by playing that song first.
Okay.
Quickly.
How do you get back to the loudmouths?
Yeah, you got your loud mouse back?
Nah, this is still the quieter mouse.
You like this?
So it's not the mouse's fault, as it turns out.
At Bennington Show. At Bennington Show. Tweet us at Bennington Show. Oh, it's at Bennington Show.
Is that an original song?
Mm-hmm.
I wrote it.
It reminds me of another song I heard.
No.
My favorite part is that little bit at the end where he goes...
Bennington Show.
That's when I hit the bud. Right there.
Is that Budweiser?
No, bud like weed.
Oh.
Like
I was confused.
Buddha.
He likes everything but meth and
heroin.
The worst of the drugs.
Yeah. Well, no one ever got sick from secondhand heroin, I'll tell you that much.
That's very true.
I learned that from Silicon Valley this week.
It's true.
By the way, I'm not going to watch that show anymore. It makes me too nervous at the end. I wanted to fucking kill Richard this week. I literally wanted to choke him till he was dead.
Why does he make the phone calls? Who cares? You're in Silicon Valley now. This is you.
We're black hats, Richard.
We're black hats.
Should I hop on? You're hopping off?
Oh, was that when you come in to do stuff after I decide I don't like it anymore?
Yeah, but I thought you were still going to be doing it. I was going to binge it up.
Also, Jin Yang is my favorite character.
Oh, yeah, very, very funny. There's only 2 weeks left of this. It's only like Nerd Entourage. I don't know whether you would like it or not.
No, thanks.
Do you see that woman said she raised $25,000? She said she would watch Entourage if somebody would give her charity $25,000.
She crowdfunded it. She crowdfunded her ticket to Entourage.
I mean, if I was Entourage, I'd be really pissed off about this.
Really hurt.
It was the Bob's Burgers writer, Wendy Molyneux.
Wow. Well, that's great. Did it happen? Did the charity get the money?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to get the cash.
Yeah, she just got to watch it this week. Yeah, for everybody but Entourage. Tell me what you think Entourage is going to make this weekend.
It's going to make $36 million.
That's fucking gigantic.
I'm going to say half that.
I think that you're closer to being right.
Yeah.
I think it's going to make like 16, 17 mil.
Yeah. I think that is more realistic goal.
Wait, Jojo, where do you want to be in this?
I'm going to go 22 mil.
He just did
reasonable.
Over on us.
Bullshit.
You know what I mean?
Over
He
under.
just did it, yeah.
Come on.
He should have went like this: $17,000,001.
$1.
Shit.
You were what? 37?
$36 million.
36.5?
36,427,000.
Okay, good. I like when you were that exact.
I still would like directly half.
I wish it was Sunday now. We could see the numbers.
No.
We'll know the numbers on Friday morning, probably, for real.
We got to get Tito's time machine.
He's actually used that to go back in time and stop the Third World War from taking place.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's a hero.
Yeah, when the Kennedys started. Somebody had to go back. You ever think of that? Like maybe someone went back in time and killed Kennedy?
Oh my
before
God.
he did something?
Weird. That's probably true.
Yeah. Somebody went back in time and killed Lincoln before he could start the second Civil War.
This is freaking me out.
Yeah.
Because I can fall directly into this. This is look.
This is making a lot of sense.
It is.
Kennedy especially, because look, who knows who shot him? We know that whole crazy magic bullet thing.
Listen, it's pretty damn suspicious. The whole thing. Weird.
Magic bullet's a blender, Pepper.
Not talking about a blender. Talking about a conspiracy.
Sounded like a blender.
It slices, it dices.
Somebody came back in time and beat him in the head with a blender. That's what happened. If you watch close, you can see somebody come up behind him, smack him with a blender, and then dive into the bushes.
I have to watch that film again.
Slow it down. You're watching too fast.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. I tend to fast forward through everything, going like this. Boring, boring, boring.
Boring.
So this is my new conspiracy theory.
Okay.
Everyone that you know that was murdered politically was murdered by somebody in the future who stopped yet another world war from starting.
MLK?
Yeah. MLK was stopped. Bobby Kennedy was stopped. Malcolm X stopped.
It's kind of weird that there was a trend of it going on there.
You know how people used to just fucking rip each other off.
Copycats.
Yeah.
Copycat time travelers.
Do you believe in any other than the futuristic killers? You believe in any conspiracy theories?
I did hear one that I thought was kind of interesting. I'm not normally a conspiracy theory kind of person, but I heard
9/11? Is that the one that you heard?
No, that is not the one. I go big or I go home. That's the only one I believe. I heard one that was when George W. Bush, choked on a pretzel
and fell, hit his head.
It was actually a stroke. And that they had covered it up. They had to say something happened, but they made this thing like it wasn't that big of a deal. And the person who was writing this was breaking down like all his appearances and all the speeches that he gave. And there was like a direct before and after the pretzel incident. And after that, just Cheney took over and everybody was he was like a puppet.
Wow.
The pretzel.
I never heard this.
Never happened.
I had heard from people who thought that the pretzel was actually, he had fallen off the wagon, got drunk, and, busted himself up.
Right. That could be interesting as well.
Well, that's not as good as a conspiracy.
Right. No, that's just like a regular cover-up.
Yeah, the stroke one that he was kind of, now he just paints pictures and shit,
Yeah. He's almost like infantile. Like, that's what they were pointing out. He became like a weird little baby after that.
All right, so he was like Harrison Ford in that movie when he got it. All right, that's a good one.
I'm totally falling into that one too.
What's yours now?
Okay, I believe the Malaysian airline is still out there. They never crashed and it was hijacked and it's on some airstrip somewhere.
So somebody took those.
Someone took it, yes.
Those people.
Yeah, someone took it.
Can I tell you who I think took it, though?
Who's that?
Future people who needed airlines and people.
Yep.
Malaysians.
Could be that.
Future folk.
To stop World War III.
Start World War III.
Wait, I thought they wanted to stop World War III.
No, not that World War III. The other one.
There's a different one.
Up.
They skipped that 3, but then different 3 came
There's
up.
only one that I really believe, and that's chemtrails.
That's OG.
Just chemtrails.
The weird thing about chemtrails is they've been around my entire life.
Right.
And people only started bitching about them in the last couple of years.
The government's controlling us with the chemtrails.
Oh. Are they?
Yeah. See that in the sky? It's coming down on us. It's warping the way we think. I also remember the Chris Dorner, that cop that went, I guess, AWOL in California, and they ended up killing him in like a cabin in the woods in Nevada.
Yeah, I remember that dude.
It was like a manhunt for like weeks and weeks at a time.
Why did he go AWOL? What kind of cop go AWOL?
That's what no one really knows.
He went rogue.
Did he start shooting people?
He started shooting people.
Okay, yeah, he was a black cop, right?
Mm-hmm.
No one wanted to say that. And then all the cops were crazy against him.
Yeah.
There was like thousands of them.
Yeah, and he ends up in that cabin, and they burn the cabin out, but they burn the whole thing down. He dies, and they find his ID that's pretty pristine, like you could tell it survived a fire. I feel like he had some information that they had to quiet him about.
Right, and we know that he wanted to watch The Hangover 3. He was really upset that he didn't get to see it. Yeah, he said that was the thing he was most nervous about, was not being able to see The Hangover 3.
Well, there's something that would tie in perfectly that he would have warned us about.
What's that?
Chemtrails.
Yes.
which is the name of my new band, the Chemtrails.
All these theories are linking up, except for my pretzel. we're having a hard time shoehorning the pretzel.
Your pretzel one isn't all that sexy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because really, choking on a pretzel is probably more embarrassing than a stroke.
Yeah, but they didn't want us to know. He was a weird little baby. We still had to deal with him for 7 more years after that. 6 or 7, something like that. I don't know. I think that one is the most realistic out of all of the ones we brought up. It's probably true.
I came up with another one the other day. The Chinese people were staring at us.
Okay.
All the time?
Just staring, though? Nothing else?
No, just staring.
He's staring at that. A human being just like you.
They're mocking our round eye.
Well, you know, you look, first of all, our eyes weird me out completely. Ugh. I don't know how they just don't fall out sometimes. They're so
they're too open.
A big socket. You know, like tighten up around it a little bit.
A big, like, juicy socket, too. There's always... It's like, that's the whole point of having the eyeballs. The guy keep them moist.
Juicy socket and a meaty tuck.
Oh. I'd rather keep my eyeball dry.
Oh.
It seems better for hygiene if it's dry. You know?
You keep your eyes dry and your nuts wet.
That's what you always say.
Before your meaty tuck.
It's a Stanley way. Now, I showed you guys a video a while back that freaked you out.
I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Which one?
Do you remember this ribbon worm video will haunt your nightmares for the rest of your life? Warning, terrifying.
This ribbon worm. Yes.
There's something that's even worse than this.
Another ribbon worm?
It's not a ribbon worm.
I'm not watching it.
It's not a ribbon worm.
Oh my God.
But you guys have to see it because you need to know that this can happen. That's all I'm going to say.
Is it warning terrifying?
It's not warning terrifying. It is not safe for life, though.
What's your title?
The title is... Here.
What are you doing?
You should tear the eyes out of your head before clicking upon this link. A parentheses, not safe for life.
Forget all that.
Yeah.
Just the fact that you write upon is the only funny part of this. Like I see that you tried to top yourself, but you stupidly threw in upon. All right, so read the title out for anybody who wants to see it.
You should tear the eyes out of your head before clicking upon this link. Parentheses, not safe for life, close parentheses.
Why didn't you write on?
Clicking upon this link.
Why did you write that?
Nobody says that.
Well, they're going to start saying it now.
No.
But seriously, why would you try to take us into that place where upon gets used?
I want people to really read this thing and realize that you're about to see some horrifying shit. So.
It has nothing to do with upon.
Think of that before you click upon it.
I want to be more formal as well.
Okay.
Here's the video.
I'm already freaked out.
It's very short.
Oh God!
It's an ear, just an ear.
No, I see something ducking around it.
Oh God!
Oh
no! Oh God! Oh!
It's like that dude put that bug in his ear. Why was he so calm about it?
Oh my God!
You can see its eyes.
What kind of bug is it?
It looks like a scorpion, like a baby scorpion.
No, that's
It's got to be a spider of some sort. Look at the way it's moving.
Why does this fucking guy allow it to happen?
It's living inside of him.
No! Oh, God! It gets worse and worse. Please tell me this isn't real.
It's 100% real.
Look at its eyes.
No.
Look at its eyes.
I'm done. I'm tapping out.
I wish you hadn't
really
clicked upon it.
grossed out.
I clicked upon the link.
Why did you click upon it?
I'm really grossed out by that.
It's terrible, dude.
Now imagine the sensation of it moving around in there.
It's living inside your goddamn head.
What is it fucking with in there?
It's not small either.
No, it's not. The eyes. The eyes is the worst part. It
No.
comes out and just looks at the camera.
No, the worst part is it goes back in. It doesn't go out. Like, you think this thing wants to get out of
There's
this
nothing
dude's head.
even to discuss. There's a fucking gross bug in someone's ear, and they're okay with it. It's up on the iBang. What's the name of it?
The name of it is, you should tear the eyes out of your head before clicking upon this link. Not safe for life.
The only funny thing you wrote was upon. In your way of trying to be funny,
Yeah.
you couldn't pull it off.
Yeah.
But then putting upon in the middle.
So then it did get pulled off. I'll take that.
You'd have to.
Yeah.
You'd have to.
So
Next
you can
time, don't try to write a funny fucking title.
Okay.
And we'll laugh.
Got it.
It's going to kill.
Got it.
It'll kill upon us.
Why does it look out mockingly and then
Yeah.
crawl back in?
And it's saying, what's up? I'm going to go back inside this guy's brain.
Hey, where's our guy Dan at?
Dan is in the booth.
Dan?
Dan, are you buddies with Sam Morril?
Oh, yeah, Sam's a nice dude, yeah. I wouldn't say we're good friends, but I like him a lot. He's great.
No, he's recording tomorrow an album.
He's recording his album at the Village Underground.
Yes.
I'm talking to Dan. That's the whole reason that I pulled him in. That was it, Dan. Thank you.
That's it?
Yes, it was going to be a whole thing. I was going to talk to you about it, but I got it done quick.
All right, cool.
Do you not like me to talk to those guys at all?
I did. I wasn't making eye contact with you, so that was the problem.
But what was the purpose of brushing in like that? You got something else you need to talk about?
No, that I just thought I'd throw that in there.
Something for us to click upon, perhaps?
But this is that I called Dan in for his comedy. Not that I'm saying that you don't know it, but it was to use him on the show.
And I ruined that.
No, it doesn't matter to me. I don't give a shit if he never gets back on the air. That's his fucking fault. Well, you know what? He got called up and it just didn't happen for him, you know?
Oh, poor Dan Bennington.
That was his last name?
I think so. I think that we only hired people with the last name Bennington.
I thought it was Perlman.
It is.
We got to break one more time?
Yeah, one more time.
Let's break now. If you like to go over and look at the crazy bug thing, it's up on the iBang. We'll be right back. This is Bennington.
Bennington will be right back. Raw Dog Comedy Hits. Sirius XM 99.
Be right back. Hey, I'm standing here right now. Hi, this is Ron Bennington from The Bennington Show. And when I buy something for my family, something that they're really going to enjoy and remember, it's always Tito's handmade vodka.
That's what I like.
You know, ever since, Gail was a kid, I made mistakes buying her presents. I got her a boy's bike, catcher's mitt. Seemed like I couldn't do anything right until she was of age. And I started to give her Tito's handmade vodka. That's America's original craft vodka. In 1995, Tito Beverage had the idea of building his own micro distillery. That micro distillery turned into an empire. And because of what he's done with his life, Gail, it's made us closer as a family. Why? No matter what the holiday, here's some Tito's.
It's just what I asked for.
And now what do I get called? Number one dad.
I got you that mug.
You did get me that mug. And then remember what we filled it up with? Tito's! That's right. So you might have been like I used to be. A loser who didn't understand the millennials. But now look at me. I guess you could call me number one hipster dad.
That's
That's a good thing.
I do call you that.
Do you?
To all my friends.
Wait, you have friends? It's a second good thing. Because she was always awkward and on the outside of society.
But then I found Tito's.
Tito's changed your life for the better. Now, I remember the first time, remember what I said when I handed you the bottle? You went like this. That's no fancy bottle.
That is such a good impression of me.
And what I said to you that day is, yeah, it's not. But the vodka is made by hand. Same land where it all started. And Tito has got a modest paper label on a simple bottle. So you don't need a fancy bottle.
I get that now. I understand it.
Because she used to be like, Daddy, I like bottles shaped like cartoon characters.
Why isn't this a skull?
See? That's good. But the thing is, that's what you ended up paying for.
I don't want to pay for that.
Well, you're not. I'm buying it for you.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Let's be totally honest about all this. Do you remember how many times that I told you it was distilled?
Yeah, I do.
How many?
6 times.
Yeah. You remember what it's made from? 100% of?
Corn.
That's right. And what is it? Blank free?
Gluten free.
You're good at this.
But naturally, they're not even trying.
Oh, they're not even trying to be gluten free.
It just is.
So let Tito bring your family together, like it's brought our family together. Not only that, but we got together with another family. And we're all just hanging out together. Family that we didn't even think we'd know.
I know.
Now we all do, because we got something to talk about. Tito's. Visit us at titosvodka.com for recipes, songs, and more. Tomorrow we'll play some of the Tito's songs on the air. 40% alcohol by volume, handcrafted to be savored responsibly. Surf rock may be the best rock. Oh man, when you look at Joe Biden just putting his shades on, talking about his son.
I can't. Too heartbreaking about Beau Biden.
That was his name, Beau?
Beau.
I don't know if Joe's going to bounce back from this one. It's heartbreaking.
This man has had a lot of tragedy in his life. It's horrible.
That's the Delaware way. Dela who? Dela what? Delaware. Poor Joe Biden. He is flown with the eagles and he slithered with the snakes. That's Joe Biden. You know, his son had what? It was like a brain tumor?
Yeah, he had brain
And
cancer.
even, you know, Joe Biden's married to a doctor and there was he ain't going to get away from life.
I know.
Life is always there. That's why I always say this. Fun before funny.
Exactly.
Get up every day and say, I'm going to have fun.
And then don't worry about funny that comes from the fun.
Right.
I'm assuming that all of your jobs involve being funny.
Let me tell you something. I would get up every morning no matter what job I worked at. And this is my philosophy, and it's what kept me going, no matter what the job was.
Right.
I go, what can I steal today? What can I take and resell on the black market?
I'm going to write that down.
You know, it's a good one to think of. Stealing time. It's an easy one that you can steal.
I've always stole time, but I prefer stealing copper tubing.
Well,
It's good money.
Really
make that money.
Yeah, I know a place we can go. I mean, even dirty copper they'll buy.
Dirty copper, that's what I used to yell out the window when I didn't come back. You dirty coppers, you're never going to take me alive, see? I go like this. When I go out to buy a car, I go, where are the running boards? And they go, what do you need running boards? I go, so I can hang on it and shoot at the cops coming after me. That's how I play this game, okay?
Excuse me, sir, while I make a call.
I got a chopper right here. That's what I call my machine gun, a chopper. I love those kind of movies.
Yeah, they were great.
1930s, 40s gangsters, forget about it. Before the Italians took over. I saw another trailer yesterday for the Johnny Depp movie that he's going to be playing that Boston.
Whitey Bulger.
Whitey Bulger, yeah. And I'm gonna say this. I've said it before. I'm restating. Oscar goes to Johnny Depp this year.
Wow, really?
Oscar. This time, Oscar, you're going to get mugged in Boston by Johnny Depp.
This could be his comeback. He's been having a...
Don't even call it a comeback.
Why?
Oh, because that's what LL Cool J sang. I don't even know the rest of the song. But I did like, don't even call it a comeback.
That's because he was always there and he's never leaving.
Look, maybe you never heard of something called Pirates of the Caribbean.
There's 3 more coming.
Good. I want to see them all. Try to figure out what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah, catch up on the other ones too while you're at
Trust
it.
me here. This Whiting Bulger's movie. What's the name of it? Patience?
Yeah.
That's the name of it? Patience?
Possibly.
It's nowhere near. I just made up a title in my head. I just made it up.
One lies, the other swears to it.
Black Mass. It's like Patience.
Just a little black mouse. Yeah.
What kind of makeup is he wearing in this movie? Kind of
he's
white face paint?
No, but he makes himself have male pattern baldness.
Okay.
And he's rotted out a tooth. And he's got eye contacts on that makes his eyes look scary. And he's just really intense. You wouldn't recognize him.
Wow.
I like
Pretty
the look.
Impressive, yeah. I prefer my Johnny Depp with lots of eye makeup, face paint.
Does Leeds need something from you?
He could go into the booth and let those.
You can run out to him,
All right,
see what he needs. Easy,
Run.
easy, Chris.
Run.
It's the way you run that scares me.
Got a bad day.
Terrifying. Look at him go.
He's extra strange today.
Look at him go. Is he yelling in the hallway? It looks like he's yelling.
Just a little black mouse. Yeah.
It's still going on.
Yeah, he led him back to the door. I saw him walk all the way back to the door.
Yay, he's back.
Did he have anything to tell you?
No.
Okay.
He just was like making faces?
Just like, hey, what's up?
Yeah, he was just just making faces.
Did you make some faces back at him?
Yeah. But then he
Kissy
also
face?
said he hasn't emailed me some prep material.
For Friday?
Yes.
Yikes.
Gonna be a weird one.
I'm excited. I'm so nervous and excited.
Don't be. Be a professional.
Oh, okay. That's another way to be.
Yeah. You know, I remember the first guy I killed. You believe it? I was shaking like a leaf. I puked 2 times. First guy you kill, that's the bitch of the bunch.
It's a bitch of the bunch.
The hell of a thing, killing a man. You take away everything he's ever had and everything he's gonna have. Clint Eastwood, 1992. And the Oscar goes to Mr. Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp.
My family was thrilled that the Willie Nelson stuff went up there.
Oh, yeah?
So they're like, Gail didn't even sound afraid. So then my dad starts saying, you want to get young actresses, people that she could relate to.
Oh, okay. Good
so
idea.
I'm like, who? He goes, the girl who played Elizabeth, the Queen Elizabeth. I'm like, Kate Blanchett? He goes, I guess that's her name.
Young ladies like me.
I'll get a hold of Kate Blanchett and just let those 2 gals sit there and be pals together.
Yeah. Talk about stuff that girls understand.
Pinterest?
Dad, we're in here. Sorry, Gail. Sorry, Kate Blanchett.
Anyway, who's your favorite designer?
You're just yelling at JoJo, get out of here, you nerd.
We're in here.
Stop coming in here, because he's got a little crush on Kate Blanchett.
Make you guys popcorn.
It's keeping hot because I got a hairdryer on it the whole time. Aren't you just blowing fucking popcorn?
You're embarrassing me in front of Kate Blanchett.
Here, Kate, it's hot.
She's covered in popcorn now.
Put on some jeans, at least.
And then Kate's like this. Gail, your family's such a nerd family. I'm starting to think you're a nerd.
No, I'm not. It's just my dorky dad and his friends.
When we bring in that guy who hosted a Canadian show, start kissing her children in front of her.
Fergie? Love him.
Please don't kiss me. I don't give out kisses.
No, I don't.
I don't give out kisses or hugs.
I am 11, and boys aren't asking me these questions. But apparently a 48-year-old man is.
You want to win the game, don't you?
That was actually the worst. if you give me a kiss, you'll win the game. You can't
I
win
thought
the
the
game.
worst is that when the mom kissed him and he was disgusted.
He was like, "Bleh."
She was trying to throw her lips out there to save her own child. Like, look, I'll kiss you, Perky.
Just not the daughter.
He actually retched.
Bleh. Someone ain't appropriate. Bleh.
And just a little black mouse. Yeah, I think it's going to kill. And I think Johnny Depp wins the Oscar. There was big awards last night, and a makeout sesh between Tina Fey and Amy Schumer.
No. Are you serious?
They made out on stage, yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch of pictures of it. It's pretty sexy.
Frenched?
Yeah.
With tongue.
Yeah. And what you can't see is over to the left. You maybe just see his feet, but it was just Don Rickles just masturbating.
Ah! Watch out! Don Rickles is masturbating right next to you.
Who can blame him? Wait, Don!
Who else won some of those big awards?
It was the 74th annual Peabody Awards ceremony.
Well, you had the Peabodys on the East Coast and the Critics Awards on the West Coast. I know the Critic Awards gave out some comedy awards.
Yeah, the awards in comedy were included last week tonight with John Oliver, Inside Amy Schumer, Jane the Virgin, and Adventure Time. Nice. And then the West Coast best comedy honors went to Silicon Valley. I had trouble with those words.
That's all of them. Literally every word since you started that.
And Best Supporting Actor went to T.J. Miller. And Daily Show with Jon Stewart won Best Talk Show.
Wow.
Nice.
And Oliver Kittredge brought home awards for the series. And Francis McDormand and Bill Murray also won awards.
Well, Bill Murray didn't have a very big... not Oliver.
Olive.
It's Olive.
Olive Kittredge.
Bill Murray did not have a very big role in that.
No, it was very small. It was like... was it one episode or was it maybe it was like 1.5? Like he was on
1.5, maybe two altogether. And he played it very quiet.
Mm-hmm.
He was in this Cameron Crowe movie I saw last night too. Aloha.
How was he?
Small part.
Yeah. Stole it?
Very small part. No.
Just.
No,
doing
he
his
didn't
part.
steal it.
Who was the breakout star of the.
None.
Oh.
I can tell you the.
How was Danny McBride? I saw him all over the trailer.
He got the laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one laugh.
Right. Was it a good laugh?
Yeah, but it was late in the movie on a character that I think must have been cut out.
Right.
Like he got something, got a laugh, and I'm like, why would he even say that? It must have played a part that we never got to see.
They're like, let's just keep this one laugh.
Yeah.
But it makes no sense.
Well, we paid him all that money. Let's keep his laugh in here. Yeah, but the movie was, it's not as bad as a lot of movies out there. It's just that we expect more from him.
Sure. And you did your part, like you said you would, unlike some liars.
Yes.
I wasn't lying at the time.
Stanley.
And maybe I didn't do my part, but I told the truth. And that's the most valuable thing.
Is it? Because I always thought the most
valuable.
I always thought the most valuable thing was gold.
Well, there's that. Yeah. Diamonds.
Diamonds and gold. That's why I pillage places.
Oh, yeah.
I guess get it for
But
free.
why do you rape is what I want to know.
Just so they'll remember me.
Spread the seed.
Oh, you don't remember all that gold and diamonds?
Mm-mm.
Do you at least remember that I raped you?
Yes, I remember that.
Don't anyone isolate this. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, let me play this for you.
A confession.
Both of them are admitting to it. The Duggars that they are. Duggery now is buggery, but in the family.
Oh, no. Oh, no. You've been duggered.
I've been duggered. A lot of stuff up at the iBang, including Tracy Morgan is up there today. You can go see the Amy Schumer, Tina Fey makeout sesh as well right now. It's very, very exciting. the bug crawling out of an ear, disgusting.
So horrifying. Do not click upon it.
Click upon it.
Do not. I implore you, please do not click upon it.
That bug had personality. I'll say that much. Horrifying, disgusting personality.
It was mocking.
It's like you're describing yourself.
I'm no bug, I'm a human.
Chris Stanley roast himself tonight at 10 on Raw Dog.
Seriously, I love myself, though.
Yes, you do. Your right hand has proven that.
Mm-hmm. Self-love. Stop doing that, Chris.
No one could stop me.
Not even God herself.
Didn't that cleric say that if you masturbate your hand, when you die, you get your hands pregnant?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I think it was a Muslim cleric said that when anyone who masturbates in real life, when they die, when they're in the afterlife, they're going to have a pregnant hand.
As soon as I get to the afterlife, I'll have to say it like this. And can I make an appointment for a hand abortion?
Immediately. I can't take care of this hand, baby.
Well, wear a condom, I guess, is the only solution.
If you do it with a glove, nobody can get mad at you.
Yeah.
But seriously, if your hand got pregnant, we'd all be Duggars at this point.
Yeah.
My fleshlight died in the afterlife. It's having little baby fleshlights.
19 and counting.
Yeah, I don't think he brought up a fleshlight. I don't think he would understand that over there. That's a first world problem.
Right, it sure is.
My pregnant fleshlight.
Well, on that classy high note, we've got to wrap up this show.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be back in here. Good morrow.
Mm-hmm.
Stay upon us at theinterrobang.com. And we'll see you all again in 1974.
Ladies and gentlemen, the evening is over. We hope you all enjoyed yourselves, and we'll see you all again in 1974. Good evening!